Wingspan is a place full of birds. Your goal is to build a wonderful preserve that will lead you to victory. Learn new facts about birds. Blue jays can carry up to 5 acorns. Discover new species. Help them lay eggs. Gain food. Or even hunt. Become a bird enthusiast. Wingspan, a relaxing strategy game.
Lavender Legal Center is a nonprofit providing legal representation and related advocacy by and for LGBTQ Iowans. Lavender provides direct representation, advocacy, and referrals, with a priority for serving those with low income and LGBTQ youth. Lavender operates with 4 main core values. The first is equity, recognizing that legal aid and related advocacy are basic human rights. Second is inclusivity, providing equal access to services for those who are marginalized. Third is dignity. LGBTQ people are worthy of advocacy no matter their specific need for assistance. And fourth is compassion. LGBTQ people in need of legal services come to the matter with great vulnerability. To best serve those individuals and families, Lavender Legal Center must have concern and understanding for their sufferings. Your support of Lavender Legal Center helps further the mission to provide legal services, advocacy, and resources for the LGBTQ community. Together, we can build a more equitable, inclusive, dignified, and compassionate future.
Wingspan is a place full of birds. Your goal is to build a wonderful preserve that will lead you to victory. Learn new facts about birds. Blue jays can carry up to 5 acorns. Discover new species. Help them lay eggs. Gain food. Or even hunt. Become a bird enthusiast. Wingspan, a relaxing strategy game.
Lavender Legal Center is a nonprofit providing legal representation and related advocacy by and for LGBTQ Iowans. Lavender provides direct representation, advocacy, and referrals, with a priority for serving those with low income and LGBTQ youth. Lavender operates with four main core values. The first is equity, recognizing that legal aid and related advocacy are basic human rights. Second is inclusivity, providing equal access to services for those who are marginalized. Third is dignity. LGBTQ people are worthy of advocacy no matter their specific need for assistance. And fourth is compassion. LGBTQ people in need of legal services come to the matter with great vulnerability. To best serve those individuals and families, Lavender Legal Center must have concern and understanding for their sufferings. Your support of Lavender Legal Center helps further the mission to provide legal services, advocacy, and resources for the LGBTQ community. Together, we can build a more equitable, inclusive, dignified, and compassionate future.
Wingspan is a place full of birds. Your goal is to build a wonderful preserve that will lead you to victory. Learn new facts about birds. Blue jays can carry up to 5 acorns. Discover new species. Help them lay eggs. Gain food. Or even hunt. Become a bird enthusiast. Wingspan, a relaxing strategy game.
Lavender Legal Center is a nonprofit providing legal representation and related advocacy by and for LGBTQ Iowans. Lavender provides direct representation, advocacy, and referrals, with a priority for serving those with low income and LGBTQ youth. Lavender operates with four main core values. The first is equity, recognizing that legal aid and related advocacy are basic human rights. Second is inclusivity, providing equal access to services for those who are marginalized. Third is dignity. LGBTQ people are worthy of advocacy no matter their specific need for assistance. And fourth is compassion. LGBTQ people in need of legal services come to the matter with great vulnerability. To best serve those individuals and families, Lavender Legal Center must have concern and understanding for their sufferings. Your support of Lavender Legal Center helps further the mission to provide legal services, advocacy, and resources for the LGBTQ community. Together, we can build a more equitable, inclusive, dignified, and compassionate future.
Wingspan is a place full of birds.
Uh-oh.
Your goal is to build a wonderful preserve.
Hey everybody, welcome to Roleplay Give. We are a virtual tabletop gaming community, and we play games. It's right there on the tin. We also, play these games in the hope of raising a little bit of money for causes that are meaningful for us. Right now we're raising money for the Lavender League in Iowa. The Lavender League works to provide legal support and resources to underprivileged, particularly youth, particularly LGBTQIA youth in Iowa, and we're hoping to get them a chunk of change, you know, just by playing our games like we normally would. Tonight we are playing our homebrew setting, and I say "our" on purpose because we this community created it together, and so we are playing out kind of this weirdo cult situation that these actually five, Percy can't be with us again because he's trucking, like Jerry Garcia said.
It cashed in.
And
I'm pretty sure Percy's driven more of this country than I have.
I think he has too, and it probably within the last 3 weeks he has. He has been on the road. But anyway, he plays a bard, so that's fortuitous because he plays the bard leading into the bard trope. So he is with his lady friend, Micheline, and that's how we will explain his absence. But where we're picking up is 3 of our adventurers have come to the large town, small city of White Abbey. The hope was to sort of find a place, not sort of, to in particular, find a hiding place for what they believe to be the egg of a god. And the god egg, they have located a secret place to stash it. But while they were doing that, the town that they were in was overrun by ettercaps. And they were in a position of some peril at various points throughout the city, finally convening around a new companion, a fellow named Quillen, who had just arrived in White Abbey the night before and had gone out to investigate a disturbance in the street and got pulled into the melee himself. Now the 4 of them have heard some rumors and some tale that the town has sort of lost a little bit of its... Well, lost is not the word, I guess. The town has been unduly influenced of late by the richest woman in town, Anique Shea, who has turned her family manor into a compound, which has been renamed and restyled as the Cenobi. And it is now midnight on a fall evening, although you are in a Florida-like climb. So I'm not certain I know what that's like, so I'll just leave that to Tony to tell us how nice it is in like late November in Florida.
He had to get his slippers out because it's chilly.
Oh,
I'm currently wearing fuzzy slippers.
Oh, why? Because it's 65?
Fuck off. It's 40 something.
Oh, that's a heat wave around here.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's hoodie weather.
No, I'd still be in shorts if I were in Michigan. It's true. It's true.
But this is sort of a Florida-like climate, so there are palm trees and the like in this area. But you guys are in autumn though, so the nights are short. The nights are long, the days are short. And but it's been night for quite some time as you guys stand outside the walled gates of the Cenobi. All right. Hopefully you all can mostly see black. uh, but you should also see that you are just off of a street on a walkway. Directly in front of you are, I don't know, I call them maybe short guard towers. They're only 2 stories tall. They are wooden. They're not like big stone structures. But this entire compound has a brick wall around it. Looks to your eyes to be relatively new. That this was once maybe a farming manor that has now been completely walled off with. I'm just gonna point a couple things out to you guys. There's a 2-story building in. Why is this not pinging? Oh, here we go. Over here. There's a 2-story building over here.
I'm not seeing those pings. Anyone seen those?
Yeah, they're just inside the black, and it's a really big map, so the pings look small.
Okay, I'm going to shift you. Here's the first one. It's right in front of this ping here.
Oh, okay.
And then the second story building is over here.
Interesting.
2 guard towers right here. And a 2nd-story building here on the east corner, the southeast corner. Looking up over the gate, you can see a building somewhat in the distance in this manor house. I'm pinging. You guys won't be able to see anything from here, but just so you see how far away. That is 3 stories tall in the center, and it looks to have sort of a large dome on the top.
Is that the building that had the flashes that I thought were perhaps portal related or summoning related? There was magical lights.
Yes, okay. That is exactly correct.
And that's like right there. Okay.
I find it fascinating, Paul, that you've actually told us how much time you spent on this map only to black it all out so that we can't see it.
Well,
we'll have to explore it.
It is a compound full of buildings. So each building has walls. And if I'd had more time, I would have made the walls, the terrain walls, where you can see the first layer but not the second layer, and I didn't have time for that shit. Also, it might kill a slower computer. So,
well, you know, Tony's in Florida. They're really big onto walls despite not having a border with another country.
It's true.
Yeah. You get all the
people
best.
Swim from Cuba, though, Ed.
Yes, yeah. But how's the wall going to stop?
Olympians.
By the way, I feel if you can swim from Cuba to here, you can stay. I feel like 100%.
You earned that.
Yep.
That's why the 1 dry foot rule applies. You can get that foot on the beach, you're in, man.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. It's not a permanent in, but you get to at least stay while they figure your shit out.
Well, but here's figure out how to ship you back.
Or put you on an airplane to California.
Or
right.
or Rhode Island.
They do
Chicago.
That too.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
New York, Chicago.
But now let's be fair, because it is also the Cubans who vote him in to office.
Yeah, that's.
They are majority.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm mentally editing Republicans.
Yes.
I had several words that had to be edited out before I could say that.
Well, good thing you're on a 7-second delay.
Good thing that we're gonna save that conversation for after the game.
I
could derail real quick.
I had a law school professor that I really quickly learned that I liked because in the second day of class he referred to those fuck knuckle Republicans.
You know, if it weren't so clear by the causes we choose, like on here, like I'd be like, oh come on,
yeah,
we might cause a problem. But you know what? Nobody's coming here and probably, yeah. Anyway,
if they listen to what we're raising money for, they're not going to be surprised when we spout this shit.
They're not hanging around anyway. All right. So what you guys see are in front of you up here, which you should be able to see my ping clearly, right? Right here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are two wooden. They're large doors. I wouldn't call them like a city gate type style, but it is double doors. Uh, they they do appear to be of stout wood, like an oak. And you also see in these two guardhouse kind of things here that there is a light in the second story windows of both of those.
So, Bone Splitter, you want to get inside here, huh? That's your plan?
Yeah, I think that should climb this wall and just like start breaking necks until I can get to the front door. What do you guys think?
Well, I think there might be more. There are some necks inside that are probably more important to break than others. So I would suggest showing some discretion in order to make sure that we get to the more important necks.
Do you want to try the door first before you go in the window?
I mean, we could knock and say that we're, I don't know, lie to them and try to get
selling
look
encyclopedias.
You guys look proper. You got, I don't know, ropes on.
It is the middle of the night. They're not going to look proper. It's just. But if
I
the
mean,
door
I'm
is
not.
open,
Let's be honest. I'll probably never look proper. I mean, no one's going to be like, taking me for
I don't
that.
even know the names of clothes. I mean, look at me. So
The names of clothes.
you just
This one's
wait,
Gary.
wait. You give them
your
names?
pants.
You name
whatever
your
the hell you call
pants?
'em.
This is Bob. This is Bobby.
I put Bobby on my buns.
We call him Bobby Buns.
Bobby Buns.
The Bobby
Come on,
Bun
Bobby Buns.
Hugger.
Let's check the door.
I would love to investigate the door if possible.
Go ahead. You go up to the door. Describe how you're investigating this door. Are you? You could roll an investigation check if that's what you're
Right, well,
angling for. But
no, well, sure.
I'm gonna walk up and try to open it.
Yeah, I want to see if it's locked and if it's if it is if it's something I think that would take multiple people to open. Is it going to be a noisy affair opening it?
Okay.
Can I unlock it if it is locked?
All right.
Do you want me to roll? Is that?
No,
more secret rolls.
Yeah, sorry, I gotta turn that off, and I keep forgetting to turn that off. Okay, there we go. All right. So you walk forward, and as you get close to the door, you hear a voice call out to you from this side. From the west. It's not. I'm calling them towers in my head, but they're not towers. They're two-story guardhouses. And from the window, are you a petitioner? Are you seeking to petition?
Yes, that's right.
I'm not looking for signatures. No.
Are you seeking shelter? Are you seeking solace? Are you seeking to know the truth?
Oh
yes, there's terrible creatures out here. Anything that would keep me safe would be wonderful. Can you keep me safe?
We can keep you safe. Gavin. And the doors are unlocked.
My lock makes work.
You can report to the house of the petitioners, and you say, Gavin, take them to the house of petitioners. So I gotta see what you guys can see. You can't see that? Why can't I unlocked it? I thought. Is that not? How do I unlock?
I hear the door opening.
The walls are intense.
You say lock the door.
Okay. So this is Gavin. You can follow me.
Gavin, what can you tell us about who do we have to thank for this succor, this shelter?
Oh well, you can eventually you'll be asked to thank uh, Mistress Shea yourselves. You'll have a chance
Oh.
to do that. Her name is Anik Shea. She is uh,
Are you coming, Bon Splatter?
she is the Whisperer.
Oh, I do like a good whisper.
To whom does she whisper?
She whispers to she who is coming. You'll learn all about it if you stay.
Bone Splitter laughs to himself.
Yeah,
Is
Dusty's
there-
in the other room giggling.
I don't even know what I did this time. Normally I can pick up on what you guys are laughing at, but
I don't know. She doesn't usually whisper when she comes. Am I right?
oh,
That's what we're laughing about.
okay, great. That is not supposed to be a door. I screwed that up. Okay,
Where'd Gavin go?
Gavin is right here.
Oh man.
Yeah, now we're all playing sorry. But I need to. This map is enormous.
Okay, I'm intentionally walking close to windows because Ben is trying to see inside.
And then he'll bring you in and he'll say, they are seeking supplication.
We can't come through that.
You can.
Nope. Token collide.
What the? This is what happens when you rush. Is this not a door? What do you say you are? You are a
Take
door.
us through there today's Tom Sawyer.
Oh yes, thank you.
Modern day warrior,
God
mean
damn.
stride. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean stride. I don't know why this is not working.
You just need to pull us through.
I guess I do.
Coming through.
It thought there's a whole wall there. Like those doors aren't
Yeah,
breaching the wall.
those doors got screwed up somehow, but because they're coded as windows. That's why.
If they're ajar, you could unscrew them.
Movement restriction, none. Oh, there's also a wall in the way. You do this. Oh, whoa. Okay, there's all kinds of error, but
Why is Kevin naked?
all right.
I mean, you never know what kind of cult you're in until you're in, right?
Right. I got like some purple neck gaiters.
Okay, 1 second, please.
Oh, I can see through it
anyone
now.
hear
I
me?
think it's
Okay.
fixed.
Yeah, we
Okay.
hear you.
All
I
right.
hear you now.
Yeah. Okay. So you are introduced to these two. Um, Supplicant Anna and Supplicant Marie will take care of you. I have to report back to my duties.
Thank you, Gavin.
All right. And he will walk off. And I need to move him back to where he goes. Just in case I need him later. And uh, are you hungry? Do you need food?
Well, not particularly, but I could do with some whispers.
You wish to hear whispers?
That's what was promised, yes?
If you are received, you will hear the whispers. But you have to earn your reception. I am nearly there. I have been promised to be received within the week.
How long have you been attempting to get reception out here?
Can you hear me now? I I have been seeking reception for a week.
A week? Pretty quick. Are you a fast study?
I I believe so. I've been
Good for you.
I have been told my mind is in the right place.
Well, you one should hope so. Dead bodies don't work so well after not.
I'm I'm sorry. Your names are
I'm Ben.
Ben, and you are. Looks over at Quillen.
No, he is
Hey,
not. I am
you,
Ben. Yeah.
that's you call me Q.
Q,
Yeah,
and
maybe call me QD if you want.
you are very funny, and you are very cute. And you are, and points at Point Splitter.
Disappointed.
Oh, we lost
Oh,
Tommy.
for Pete's sakes. Get it over. Okay. My
Turn someone
name's
off.
Bone Splitter. He's got Bone Splitter's has so much disappointment on his face that we're not just like kicking in heads right now.
I should motion for
He's a
you to
chef.
You'll forgive me, but you seem irritable, uh, upset.
bordering on rageful.
Yeah, well, it's pretty rough outside, and I don't know if you know what's going on out there, but people are dying.
No, I didn't know that. We came in here for safety. The world is ravaged, but we will find enlightenment in the shadows.
It is possible. A lot of things hide in the shadows.
Um, well, where are you all from?
North.
Oh, I also am from the north. Have you traveled through Penta Pass?
Yes. Yes, we did.
So did I. Have you traveled through the Crimson Witch Tour?
Well, we were in Crimson Witch, yes.
Oh, Crimson Witch. Interesting. I thank you for telling me part of your tale. If you are hungry, she brings you into this cafeteria space.
Wouldn't it be recompense to tell me some more of your tale than in exchange?
She stops and she pauses, and you see, like, well, make an insight check. There's a twitch of her eye you notice when you ask her for recompense, for a little bit of story, and a slightest bit of fear.
Oh,
And so her back straightens a little bit, and she gives you a slight bow of the head, and she says, uh, as you were told, my name is Marie. I come from the Observatory of the Waves to the north of Campston Lock.
Thank you, Marie.
Because she waited
We
until
will
you say thank you, and then
we will consider that inquired for now, huh?
she looks like she just had an epiphany and hustles you over to a table if you'd like that, or if you're not hungry, I can show you to a sleeping chamber.
No, actually, I have just eaten.
Okay, well then, I'm afraid they're common rooms, but uh, there should be enough beds for the four of you, uh, and then she'll come back up here to this door. Um, some are sleeping, many are working. We find it best to work at night.
Oh, what are you working on?
Oh,
And
we grow vegetables.
at night?
Um,
Tell me what process are you using to grow vegetables without sun?
these vegetables tend to do better cultivated in shadow or under cover of darkness.
Many things do.
That's very interesting. Could we see these vegetables? Could we see your procedure? I happen to be quite fascinated in growing things without the sun.
Then you have come to the right place. I must check with one of the adept. Um, but please, either if you don't wish to eat, you could sit at a table here, or if you would like some rest, you can come here. But I must check with one of the adept before I
One
show you
splitter,
around the grounds.
you had plans. Do you want to sit? Take a moment.
Who are you asking?
Bone splitter.
Okay.
Well, what? What's the question?
Did you want to take a seat at this table?
Yay, Tony's back.
Or do you want... You were the one with the most urgency in seeing what was inside.
Yeah, I just thought that there would be some bad guys in here, and we would just like crump their heads in, and it's really confused. But we did hear that there are cultists here, and this lady is acting very cult-like. 1 week and they're already letting her join the club.
I'm going to smile at her.
A lot of times people use words like that to describe groups and beliefs that they don't understand them. As you can imagine, many negative things are said about me and my people.
Yes, I'm very curious about your people. She just waits and she keeps sidelong eyeing over at Ben. And
I make a history check on Observatory of the Waves.
You can.
Just to see if that was something I came across in the pre-reading I did.
Sure.
History normal. Don't tell me if I succeed. Oh.
I won't tell you if you succeed or not.
Okay, please don't. Please don't. Please.
Paul, can you boot me from Foundry so I can log back in?
You got it.
You got it, dude.
You have been kicked.
Tony, you're booted.
All right. As she, is doing this sort of questioning of where, more about your people, and then you pause and you're trying to recover anything about Observatory of the Waves. You have been speaking with, I think, Marie, right? And then Anna comes up from, it looks like, staircase from behind, and comes back in with like a handful of water bottles, like jars of water, and places them on the table, and then begins stoking the fire.
I looked over to Ben and I just mouthed the word "piss?" ?
You do what you need to do, my friend.
No, I'm just like pointing at the jars.
As I say, do what you need to do.
Excuse me, miss. What's in that jar exactly? You're not. I don't know. What's in it? What's in it, Egg?
It's water. We have artesian springs below, and it is water that comes up from the dark.
It's from the underground. Got it.
It is awfully well lit in here for people who want to harvest the shadows.
And like there's like this bowing, like Anna keeps just moving around the table, but Marie has a brief look of shame when you say that.
Way to go.
Uh, uh, and says, we have not all.
How is it lit?
Um, it's typical torchlight kind of stuff. Lanterns. I didn't place them. I didn't have time to be. I have so many
Well,
details.
is it like candles and lanterns, or is it torches?
It's mostly candles and lanterns, no torches. Sorry,
I'm gonna
because this is a wood
telepathically. I'm gonna telepathically have Obi go down and just occasionally snuff one,
Okay.
just off and on,
Okay. Go down where? Like,
just through the room. Like
okay, in this kitchen area?
he's invisible. He's flitting around the room, and he's just every once in a while just gonna like pinch out a candle, or turn or snuff a lantern. Like
As
not rapidly,
as
but
as one light goes out, uh, they both sort of stiffen up and look over their shoulders and around, and you get the sense that this is not the first time that's happened, and that they are looking for who did it. Um, and both of them take the scarves that are covering their mouths and pull them up over their noses, uh, and start going about their duties even more diligently. If you will wait here, um, or at a table if you'd like, I will go see Guy about whether or not he can show you the gardens.
Gee?
Yes, he is the adept that I study with.
Oh,
hey, why don't we wait at the table?
okay.
And I'm gonna have Obi go with
Okay.
them to talk to see Guy.
Okay. Uh, I'm gonna just describe this instead of playing, um, you know,
Yeah.
Clue here with moving tokens from room to room. Uh, so she goes out the doors that you came in. She curves around into. You guys had walked past some double doors on the left. You probably didn't see them as you guys were walking, but they are on the left. And goes into that room and retrieves somebody, but she doesn't really retrieve him. She bows a full, gets down on her knees, prostrate, hands in front of her, kisses the floor, bow. And then he tells her to rise. And now Obi has to report this back to you. You're not looking through his eyes, right?
Correct, but he's just telepathically telling you
Oh,
what
that's
he
right.
sees.
Okay, okay. So that he's describing it basically the way I am, because that's pretty much as
Yeah.
good. It's probably as good
What
of
does
a
Guy
narration.
look like?
Well, Guy has even more of his face covered. With a.
Wow.
You all right?
Yeah, I think there was a pine needle. Yeah, pine needle. Straight into my sock.
Okay.
Ouch.
Um.
Sorry.
Um.
Pine trees in the house.
Okay. Um.
Sorry.
I forgot where I was.
What does Guy look like? He's
Guy.
more of him is covered.
He has a full black leather hood, and a metal face mask that covers up all the way over the bridge of his nose. Only his eyes are visible, and has a mantle with like a purple leather and woven like cloth.
How reflective is the metal on the face mask?
It is scratched, burnished,
Okay.
so that it looks like when what's what they do? They do it to pewter to make it not pewter. What's that? It was like
Patinaed?
it's not patinaed. It's that burnished metal where it like looks like it's been
Oh,
uh,
yeah, like ball burnished.
like ball burnished. Yeah. So it doesn't. It's not terribly reflective. Um, and the uh, he says, "Tell me about them. were you able to learn in your time with them? And so then she reports, even trying to do accents, everything you told her about them. And he says, good, good. You've done well. They seem curious, and I wish to meet them. I will take them to the garden.
Obi's gonna snuff out a light in this room now.
Uh, this there's only one, so it goes into complete
Okay.
darkness. This room was almost completely in shadow. Uh, and so she says she sort of startles, and he doesn't seem affected at all. And he just snaps, and the light goes back on. Uh, and says, "For your ease, my dear," and points her towards the door.
Obi will continue to follow her.
Okay. She is leading him back in. So
And we said we were gonna sit at a table.
yeah,
So we go into.
I can move you guys. Yeah, you guys can move over to a table. I'll move these people away. You guys can have a table. And I'll move Bone Splitter and Ulfer over there too.
Is Quillen sitting with an adherent and not with us?
He's gonna go sit in the corner and kind of motion y'all to come over.
What? But we're sitting at the table.
You leave? I mean, she didn't have to leave.
Okay. No, if she was still there, I was gonna sit right next to her, real close.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to oh no, 100%. One, I wanted to see the corner and what was going on in the room,
right.
and two, like kind of, yeah, like I don't want to say square up on her, but yeah, like.
Okay. This is not a her, that you can tell.
Oh.
Appears. I tried to make them as androgynous so I could use the same token over and over again, but
fair enough.
So
as I sort of rake her into the seat next to her,
nice,
or next to him. Good evening.
Good. How you doing?
Good evening. Are you new here?
Very new.
Is it that obvious?
Quillen, you recognize this accent?
Oh.
This is somebody from your neck of the woods. A human. Looks to be human as best you can tell with all of the face coverings and hood. But the accent is from, God, I don't remember what continent you were from.
Is this one of the people from the island or one of the people from the what's it? It wasn't a theocracy, like the mageocracy or whatever it is.
No, because you came from the center of the three, and you were mostly on the side of Gwai, I believe.
Right.
And so this is somebody from Gwai. Some of the people who know who you are and are, not necessarily allies, but good neighbors. Perhaps even somebody who might have come from Angjing.
Interesting.
Whoa. I went to the wrong...
I'm going to do my best to not give... not let on that I recognize them.
Okay.
Kind of let... I'm going to nod politely and make eye contact with Ben. Kind of all right, do your thing here.
Gonna look at him somewhat expectantly.
I'm still just kind of looking confused, but also kind of realizing that we came here for a cult, seeing some cult behavior.
I'm just waiting for Bone Splitter to decide that's enough, and he starts swinging.
And I don't want to be that guy. Also, my character would do, because I know you get your characters, are intelligent and probably have better ideas. So keeping it clean. But I'm itchy. I'm itchy.
So I just have a quick question. When I was dealing with the shitheads, terrible internet service,
Yeah.
monopolistic practices, was it explained at all why they're all covered or anything? Did I miss anything about how they're dressed?
No, they didn't explain any of that. Although they did kind of give some uh, indication of a rank, and that supplicants are people who come seeking help, and if they choose to stay and learn, they didn't say this, but you can infer it, that they become received.
Right.
And then there's obviously another rank, because that's the rank name of the adept that you've heard.
And we know that they cover their faces more, or at least the one we've seen had his face more covered.
Correct. Well,
and
actually,
was living in more
you
shadow.
guys haven't actually seen it. You've had it. Ben had it described
Right,
to him
right.
by his familiar, so you haven't.
But
seen
also,
it yet.
we know that when it got darker in the room, they all covered their faces more.
Yes.
Right.
Whether that's tied to the darkness or expecting something else, but when the lights went out, they covered their faces.
Maybe in like deference or something to the shadow, or.
Okay.
So, would Ofer have ever seen anything like this, Paul?
I'd ask for a history check, but the answer is no. No, you wouldn't have.
Okay.
Brand new information.
Tell me, friend, why are you all covered? Why do you not show yourselves?
Oh, I just arrived yesterday. I was told this was done out of respect.
Respect for who?
The beliefs of the people who live here. The belief is, if secrets are to be shared, there should still be some chance to move freely? I'm not sure I understand all of it. In fact, by not sure, I can tell you I'm very confused. But they have fed me for an honest day's labor.
And have you given the secrets that they've looked for?
Um, not really. My underst My guess is that if I stay much longer, they'll want to know all the ways my mother has wounded me.
Could be, if that is the secret that you have to share.
I've
only just arrived myself.
Where I'm from, we have a thing called therapy. And you share how your mother has wounded you and you feel better.
Can see how that would be interesting.
Such a shitty way to describe what's actually a really important process. But I actually had a student describe it to me that way once, and it stuck with me ever since. Oh, what are you gonna just tell me how you just want me to tell you how my mother's wounded me? Anyway. Alright.
Yes, but only physically.
Yeah, right. I only want the lurid details. But anyway.
I only want to know how she's physically wounded you.
Honestly, with some of those folk, I think there would be scars shown, unfortunately. But here, this person seems to be like trying to be friendly, like trying to make jokes that may or may not be. Not sure if they're landing or not, and he's just looking around looking for any kind of approbation or anything like that.
So what brought you here? If you've only been here a day?
Did your
Give
mother
this
wound
my
you?
way. I'm just like not even smiling at him. I'm just.
Are you over at that table, or are you sitting at the table alone?
Oh yeah, sorry.
I'll move
I
you.
meant to move my guy over.
Yep,
Yeah, I'm sitting at the table.
Okay. It doesn't. I mean, we don't need to play chess games, but it does help me to understand where we're at if I see where your tokens are. Uh, the he looks at all of you. My mother is a wonderful person. But I don't think any of us get out of our teenage years without scars, huh? And I, I've been here a day. I'm sorry, I missed the rest of the question.
Like, how did you end up here?
Oh, um, there is a terrible drought where I'm from. Uh, the trade lines have gotten uh, disreputable,
Hmm.
and my family sent me to find work. Um, the Donnacam Empire is rich, and I could send home money. But I landed in Blankyard like a month ago, and have been moving westward, and have not been able to find any work. There doesn't seem to be anybody who is looking for someone who can herd ankegs.
We have neglected the simplest secret of all.
Wait.
What is your name, friend?
Uh, my name is Fee. Not to be mistaken with Guy, which is the French pronunciation of guy. This is Fee, F-I.
French
It is a pleasure to
pronunciation
meet
of.
you.
Yeah, like Guy of Gisborne was actually Guy of Gisborne, but so it's Guy is the. Oh, sorry, I've got Bone Splitter highlighted. But his name
Bone Split is a guy. It's
is Fee.
you guy.
The guy.
Yeah. Big old knucklehead.
Yeah, guy.
Is it
Fee, it is a pleasure
okay
to meet you.
with you guys if we take a slightly early bio break? I apparently have to attend to something. I've received a note.
Not a problem.
All right, we'll be.
I've received a note.
Sorry for the
Been
early break.
noted.
I'll be right back, everybody. 1 second, I'll just mute.
We'll
us.
review the tape to see when the note was delivered.
Right. Nice. I'll be right back.
Wingspan is a place full of birds. Your goal is to build a wonderful preserve that will lead you to victory. Learn new facts about birds. Blue jays can carry up to 5 acorns. Discover new species. Help them lay eggs. Gain food. Or even hunt. Become a bird enthusiast. Wingspan, a relaxing strategy game.
Lavender Legal Center is a nonprofit providing legal representation and related advocacy by and for LGBTQ Iowans. Lavender provides direct representation, advocacy, and referrals, with a priority for serving those with low income and LGBTQ youth. Lavender operates with 4 main core values. The first is equity, recognizing that legal aid and related advocacy are basic human rights. Second is inclusivity, providing equal access to services for those who are marginalized. Third is dignity. LGBTQ people are worthy of advocacy no matter their specific need for assistance. And fourth is compassion. LGBTQ people in need of legal services come to the matter with great vulnerability. To best serve those individuals and families, Lavender Legal Center must have concern and understanding for their sufferings. Your support of Lavender Legal Center helps further the mission to provide legal services, advocacy, and resources for the LGBTQ community. Together, we can build a more equitable, inclusive, dignified, and compassionate future.
Wingspan is a place full of birds. Your goal is to build a wonderful preserve that will lead you to victory. Learn new facts about birds. Blue jays can carry up to 5 acorns. Discover new species. Help them lay eggs. Gain food. Or even hunt. Become a bird enthusiast. Wingspan, a relaxing strategy game.
Lavender Legal Center is a nonprofit providing legal representation and related advocacy by and for LGBTQ Iowans. Lavender provides direct representation, advocacy, and referrals, with a priority for serving those with low income and LGBTQ youth. Lavender operates with 4 main core values. The first is equity, recognizing that legal aid and related advocacy are basic human rights. Second is inclusivity, providing equal access to services for those who are marginalized. Third is dignity. LGBTQ people are worthy of advocacy no matter their specific need for assistance. And fourth is compassion. LGBTQ people in need of legal services come to the matter with great vulnerability. To best serve those individuals and families, Lavender Legal Center must have concern and understanding for their sufferings. Your support of Lavender Legal Center helps further the mission to provide legal services, advocacy, and resources for the LGBTQ community. Together, we can build a more equitable, inclusive, dignified, and compassionate future.
Wingspan is a place full of birds. Your goal is to build a wonderful preserve that will lead you to victory. Learn new facts about birds. Blue jays can carry up to 5 acorns. Discover new species. Help them lay eggs. Gain food. Or even hunt. Become a bird enthusiast. Wingspan, a relaxing strategy game.
Lavender Legal Center is a nonprofit providing legal representation and related advocacy by and for LGBTQ Iowans. Lavender provides direct representation, advocacy, and referrals, with a priority for serving those with low income and LGBTQ youth. Lavender operates with 4 main core values. The first is equity, recognizing that legal aid and related advocacy are basic human rights. Second is inclusivity, providing equal access to services for those who are marginalized. Third is dignity. LGBTQ people are worthy of advocacy no matter their specific need for assistance. And fourth is compassion. LGBTQ people in need of legal services come to the matter with great vulnerability. To best serve those individuals and families, Lavender Legal Center must have concern and understanding for their sufferings. Your support of Lavender Legal Center helps further the mission to provide legal services, advocacy, and resources for the LGBTQ community. Together, we can build a more equitable, inclusive, dignified, and compassionate future.
Wingspan is a place full of birds. Your goal is to build a wonderful preserve that will lead you to victory. Learn new facts about birds. Blue jays can carry up to 5 acorns. Discover new species. Help them lay eggs. Gain food. Or even hunt. Become a bird enthusiast. Wingspan, a relaxing strategy game.
Lavender Legal Center is a nonprofit providing legal representation and related advocacy by and for LGBTQ Iowans. Lavender provides direct representation, advocacy, and referrals, with a priority for serving those with low income and LGBTQ youth. Lavender operates with 4 main core values. The first is equity, recognizing that legal aid and related advocacy are basic human rights. Second is inclusivity, providing equal access to services for those who are marginalized. Third is dignity. LGBTQ people are worthy of advocacy no matter their specific need for assistance. And fourth is compassion. LGBTQ people in need of legal services come to the matter with great vulnerability. To best serve those individuals and families, Lavender Legal Center must have concern and understanding for their sufferings. Your support of Lavender Legal Center helps further the mission to provide legal services, advocacy, and resources for the LGBTQ community. Together, we can build a more equitable, inclusive, dignified, and compassionate future.
Wingspan is a place full of birds. Your goal is to build a wonderful preserve that will lead you.
We're on pace to finish strong.
Yeah, we are. All right. So, sorry about that. We're back. Here we go. You are speaking with Fee, who, like yourselves, has only really just arrived. He's probably maybe been here anywhere between 12 and 30 hours before you. And he looks around nervously, kind of makes some giggles. At one point, he'll even like lower his scarf and show you his whole face is just a man in his early 20s, light brown eyes, almond shaped, and dark black eyebrows and hair. You can see he's got a mop of hair that shows from underneath the hood. But beyond that, and before he even, shows you his face, he sort of looks around to see if anybody notices him doing it. So you can tell he doesn't necessarily take this 100% seriously. But if you're here, a whole day, you'll also get some nice new clothes.
Appreciate you sharing so much so freely.
Oh, of course. Not everything's a secret.
But it could be.
You sound like one of them.
Or they sound like one of me.
I like that. You're a confident one. Confidence can go a long way.
Yeah, fake it till you make it, huh?
Yeah. That's how I've gotten as far as I've gotten, which is this far.
Perhaps a long way. You came from a distance, yes?
Yes. Quarter of the world, maybe.
That's more of it than I've seen.
Yeah.
Pardon
They
me if I'm.
interrupt and I say it's overrated.
Most things are. If I can, if your goal is to send money back home, do you think that's going to happen here?
No, I don't anticipate staying here long.
Oh.
He says that very quietly.
They are okay with people coming and going, yes?
Most of the people here have nowhere else to go at all. They're getting
Have you seen anyone leave voluntarily?
no, but I've only been here a day.
It will be interesting to see.
You realize this is a cult, right?
Oh yeah, this is definitely a cult. No, definitely.
I was like, a day? The hell are we talking to this guy for? Like right in front of him. And just
Because
lose
he
my
is so nice-
patience.
He is so
And I'm
nice
just
to talk
like,
to.
is there somebody in there that looks like they've been there for a while? Because I'm just gonna stand up and start asking questions. But
Uh,
I'm gonna be smart about it, like my smart friends here.
all right. The this the table up here. You can't see what I just highlighted. Up here, these appear to be like I don't know. It's hard to tell. They're all dressed alike, you know. Uh, but I'm not going to ask you for a roll since I already clicked. So I'm going to just say,
Activity dressing the same.
yeah, they are all dressing the
Well,
same.
like
but these
Fee's robes look brand new.
Sure.
Like they just came out of the plastic. Those ones are dustier.
Right.
I'm gonna
And
walk over here and say, "You cover so much of your body. What do you must think of me? I cover so little."
um, this one will turn to you and say, um, I think it is wonderful that you're willing to share so much about your life story with us.
He looks down at all the scars and he's like, "Well, I do have quite a story here."
Yes, tell me about this one. And points up at like a shoulder cut.
It's gonna be like,
But make sure that you get recompense for the tales you tell.
recompense. What does that mean? Does that mean they're gonna pay me for these stories?
In kind.
Okay. So, anyways, I was a little kid and this guy speared me in the shoulder here, killed my parents, and well, they stitched me up. That was nice there to stitch me up, but they threw me into this nasty place called the Knuckle Buster Pits. It's a terrible place. But what are you hiding? You seem to be hiding your scars. What do you got? Some really nasty like mutations under there or something?
This one is a woman and stands up and bows down in front of you, knees to the ground, hands in front of her, touches the floor, puts her nose to the floor, and says, "Your friend wants recompense, but I can share nothing on that level with you."
Oh, come on, sweetie, we can think of something. You just kind of,
The receiver will determine value.
yeah. Oh, when was the first time you lost your virginity?
Well,
It's
The
just.
first time?
I was gonna say the first
I see what you did there. Yeah.
I I I lost my virginity when I was 24.
Well, see, like, that's good. That's a good thing. So what? Neighbor, handsome neighbor farmer, just give you the old in out, huh?
No, that would have been good. And she's just like looks over her shoulders back and forth, and that she's starting to get very uncomfortable. He said this sort of, and then this one reaches up and grabs her elbow. These are the things to be saved for the discussion.
Come on now. I just told about how my parents died.
Uh, I I was a I was a waitress. Um, he was a customer. It was convenient.
All right, that's the story. That's the story. And he just looks down on the ground, does like a head, shoulders, knees, and toes thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah.
And then he just laughs and he looks back at Q and he's like, "Hey, little guy, truth or dare?"
I dare you to tell the truth.
All right, I'm getting real cult vibes from these guys over here, and Yeah, you feel like your guy over there, he's only been here for a day. You already got him dressed like you. I mean, you're just stealing his identity. It's a classic, right? I mean,
And as you say, it's a classic, right? I'm sorry that you feel our ways are disruptive or concerning. Welcome to the Cenobi.
I just look back to my friends to see if I should be shutting my mouths.
It could be. I mean, they could be a good, cool. I mean, cult religion. It's. Thank you for your welcome to the Cenobi.
Yeah, thanks. When do we get to see the walking spider people?
No, not walking. That was the last town. We're looking for, she who comes in the shadows.
Did I say it that way?
No.
And then whispers about it.
Okay. Woo! It is that kind of cult. I swore never again any kind of weird sex cult in a game. So it's not that. I'll just tell you that right up front.
Been 150
Whatever,
days
we know
since
the
the last
gimp is
time.
somewhere around here.
There's
We're gonna
no
find
gimp. The gimp is banished from all games.
him. Oh.
We have to bring our own gimp.
Yeah, if somebody brings a gimp into the game, I'm going to be really bummed. All right.
But it might get Winston back.
It might bring Winston back. Yeah, exactly.
It might be Winston.
Oh my god, that'd be hysterical. Okay.
That's how we're gonna find Ronan.
It's with a gimp. Oh god.
No, he's gonna be a gimp suit.
He's gonna have the ball gag in.
Oh. Just because this makes no sense. When I first started running games online at 20 Sides, we were doing my first homebrew online, and we needed to do a interstitial adventure because somebody wasn't going to be able to play. Robin wasn't going to be able to play that week, and so I used the Fiasco story creation rules, and we created an entire heist thing using the Fiasco rules, which ended up having a gimp involved. And this
was something Robin had to do?
No, Robin
wasn't there.
Robin wasn't there.
Oh.
And so we did a flashback to before Robin's character got there. And so we did a flashback adventure where they had to, and I made it a thing where they had to steal something from it was the reeve of the town, and the way the Fiasco, we rolled dice on it, and it turned out she had a sex dungeon, and so the big bad that they had to overcome to get this thing they had to steal was a gimp, a la Pulp Fiction.
They had to overcome, huh?
And that was the first session that Winston watched of a game I ran. So he often says, "Yeah, I started watching more regularly after the gimp was in." So then when he and Chris Jones played in a sequel adventure kind of to that, I had the gimp as the big bad in there.
Chris
is muted. So that's the story.
That's a good gimp.
The gimp.
I also did cocaine in that, or whatever, G&D level cocaine.
You did. You did quite a... Yeah, that was very much an 18 and over game. Anyway, and I don't really usually run games like that, so that one... Yeah. So none of that. This cult, I think I've made it kind of clear what they're into. So...
So as this man with more covering starts talking, Ben's just sitting back and smiling at the whole room.
Ed, can you ping for me where Obi is?
He was following Marie, so is this her?
That's Marie.
Probably like right here, like right over her shoulder.
Okay, thank you. All right. So
Although if there's like shadows around the ceiling,
there are
he's gone up into those.
shadows everywhere. So this place
Yeah,
is
so
lit to create shadows.
he's gone into the deepest shadows around the ceiling he could.
Okay. Corners of the floors are very shadowy as well. This is the light. The light is not intended. It's intended to prevent injury. Although apparently you only need so many lumens in like a casino, or, but
Yeah, it's true.
but this,
Foot candles.
yeah. But in this case, it's just it's mostly to create more shadows.
Wish I had the light spell.
So, my understanding is it you are, and he nods over to Q, uh, something of a horticulturist, a botanist, or have an
No,
interest?
yes, that's yes.
And you would like to know more of our, or you would like to know more about our plants that we tend to at night.
Yes. Well, specifically, how you've come to grow plants without the light of the sun?
Well, the process is yet to be perfected, but we tend to them at night. Um, you may follow.
Do you have a name for them?
Um, at this point, we call them night beats.
Night beats.
Yeah, basically.
Interesting.
Uh,
Fresh.
uh,
Is this a do have you produced them with with an alchemical process?
um, he,
What?
no,
Oh,
no response. He just sort of head tilts at you. Uh,
how, well, but did you start with like mushrooms, fungi? What was your
I'm
what?
sorry. That secret is a secret earned.
Oh, hmm. I would think that anyone that wanted to make sure that everyone had enough to eat would be happy
Oh,
to share that kind of information.
the this plant we
See,
cultivate at night. We don't eat. And you look and you see that it's carrots and parsnips and uh, regular old root vegetables that everybody else is eating.
Lots of things in the same family as beet.
Yeah, they're root vegetables, but also it's fall, so that's what's been mostly procured from a garden at this point. But he the what Marie was alluding to is uh, a vegetable we find holy. It has medicinal purposes. It
even with
permits vision quest.
oh, and it wouldn't take much to really like you would like Quillen looks noticeably like crestfallen.
Uh, I'm
Just
sorry.
like
Did
was
I?
very interested and now just
Um, if you're no longer interested, perhaps you'll still partake of our hospitality. Otherwise, I would be happy to provide some guards to take you wherever it is you wish to go in White Abbey. But you're welcome to stay here tonight as well. If you would like to learn more about us, we would certainly love to learn more about you.
we're just gonna look back and forth between like Ben and Bone.
Ben is grinning.
Well, you don't need to decide now. I have other things to attend to. Marie, if you would, see to their needs, and he's going to split.
But that was this guy talking, right? Yeah.
Oh, crap, I moved the wrong one.
Okay.
As he goes, Ben wants to see how the shadows respond to him.
You can do. I'm going to take a Shaneism here. Do a tell me what the shadows do check.
Okay. Just watching him.
I'm interested to see which one you choose. Perception. Okay.
Hello.
All right.
Just watching him.
The shadows cling particularly to that purple mantle. They deepen when he goes dark into the shadows, and they gather around it, giving him a darker sort of, like it darkens more so than the rest of him. He has a ring around his on his left hand on the ring finger that is made of obsidian. It appears, and it
He is
also
wed to the darkness.
also has a bit of shadow gathering towards it. But you note that whatever phenomena you have seen on the material plane around shadows that can be manipulated, he appears to have some of that ability. I guess is the upshot of that.
Yeah.
So
that's all I was looking for.
All right. As he leaves, by the way, everybody sort of stands and does like the very crisp head down. And
I'm having Obi snuff out candles in this room, all like one after another.
Okay. And
right after he leaves.
There's this sort of bit of panic, and everybody is just walking around like with matches, like whatever tinder they have, trying to relight them as soon as they go out.
So we don't know that Obi exists, right?
I think
one of you
Wolfer
does
now. Yeah. I don't know if Tony can hear us.
I'm just gonna freak out a little bit and just be like, "Oh, you shadow people doing that?" Which is funny because Ben is kind of a shadow guy. Really
so they're all just spreading out around here. Although Fee, who I haven't designated, I'm going to rename this one Fee so that we know who it is. All right.
You're lucky, Ed. I'm not playing the. That's what my character would do, because he would just assume the boss walks out and the lights go out. It's time for me to start killing.
Hey, man, Ben followed you in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Ben wasn't real all that keen on coming here. You guys convinced him last time.
Have you?
I was wanting to kill everybody in here. What are we doing talking to everybody? I'm just kidding.
Well, as long as they're
there
talking,
could be
I'm
some
talking.
innocent people in here. Let's not kill the one day guys. I get it.
First timers. Did Ben share the shadow observations?
No, unfortunately, this is talking about what my character would do. No, wouldn't have said a thing.
You son of a bitch.
Now, it's entirely possible you could have noticed it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I would have rolled with that. That wouldn't.
But
that is
Ben
not something I would have looked at.
Ben was looking for it.
Right. No, and after that bit of information, I was yeah. All right.
So now all of the supplicants in the room are hanging out, looking like near where the candles are, and every time one stuffs out, they go and light it back up. and they're just all freaking out as Obi goes from candle to candle, and they just keep lighting it back up, uh, because, well, no, you just.
He's just gonna put them all out once, and then he leaves them alone.
Oh, okay. Once they all go out, each one goes out.
Okay.
They relit. Then the room returns to its sort of flickering dimness.
Well, seeing them freak out, yeah, I want to ask why do you know why they're what's happening with the candles and why are they reacting so?
My understanding is, and I will be perfectly honest with you, I have no interest in this. I don't want this, right? We understand that?
Right.
Well, I thought you guys liked this shadow bullshit.
I
Not
I don't trust this magic. Uh, the received, to show their superiority over the supplicants, will use a magic they learn to snuff the lights out.
Oh,
Well,
They
that
start
seems
eyeballing
foolish.
everybody.
That seems very foolish because in order to have shadow, there must be some light.
so are they scared of losing the shadows, or are they scared of losing the light?
I think the other thing is that the received can see in the dark, even if they couldn't previously.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be creepy being able to see in the dark. Can you? I think you should come with us. We're gonna leave after we do a few things. I think you should come with us because if you don't, I don't think you're gonna be able to leave.
I believe you. Um,
Next thing you know, you'll be running around
What did you say?
relighting
I believe
candles.
you?
I believe you.
Oh shit.
I cannot leave as a tired, and I had only just when I saw you decided I would leave with you, but I haven't quite come up with a plan yet. Um, I
Well,
don't.
plans are overrated. We let Bones call the shots.
I tell you what. Why don't
Is
you?
that entirely wise?
Probably not.
Wisdom
But
is overrated.
it will give us. It will give us a way out.
I I don't know where they took the clothes I had on. All I came here with. I came here hungry. I had the clothes on my back and nothing more. They took those clothes and gave me these. Um, I've been learning the rules. I've been following along, but once you take the
Do you?
clothes, they don't like you to leave.
We can find you
Thanks.
some closer or not. I tell you, why don't? Do you know where this Lady McSinoby is, or
The Whisperer?
I'm probably not going to call her the Whisperer. Yeah, but that one.
She's in.
Whisperer of secrets.
She is in. She is in the house on the southwest side.
She's got it all wrong, though. It's not the whispering of secrets that's important, it's the hearing of them.
I'm not sure that I know anything about that. I just know she's in charge, and that if I were received and became an adept, she would meet with me then, and it would be a great honor.
Great honor. I tell you what. Why don't we go find her and see,
Let's go find her.
Let's go
and
get
then
received, huh?
we'll ask. Yeah, let's facilitate our own reception.
Okay.
And at this point, I would like to make an insight check on
Fee.
on Fee here just to see if
Okay.
this is a deception.
Yeah.
Can I? I think if I do it like that, there you go.
Seems earnest. And the overwhelming sense you get from him is relief that there's maybe a way out. He sort of feels like he got food and he was starving and realized that maybe the food wasn't worth the price paid.
So I'm gonna have Obi snuff out candles again,
Okay.
but I want to do it in a way like gradually down the road. So like one here and then one here, and then the goal is to get the other initiates to move further from our table.
As you are you saying that out loud? You're not saying that out loud because he doesn't know.
No, I'm having. I'm
which-
just having Obi do this
because so as you're having Obi do that
because I want to whisper to this group without being overheard. So I'm trying to move people away.
Fee is going to say, the one thought I had is there's the cellars. I heard somebody tell me that there's connections in the cellars.
All the connections to buildings.
Like there's
So
hidden ways of traveling between the buildings underground.
if that works and we get a little bit of space,
Yep. Which way do you
I'm going to whisper just further north out of the room.
Okay.
And I'm assuming the bone split has come back to us.
Yeah.
All right. What I'm wondering at is like I'm a little unclear. Which way are
Really, I want
going out?
this one to end up moving north. So like I'm going to
sorry.
do the one just where I'm pinging. I don't know.
I don't see your ping. Oh, there it is. Okay.
So I want that guy and really this guy to move away from us. So I might go down the long hallway southeast of the furthest southeast guy, and then north of this guy, in an attempt to sort of coax them all away from our table.
Well, these two will move over towards that direction.
Okay. And once we've got that distance, I feel like that's enough to whisper to the table. Now, if this does come to blows, that one that just left has command of the shadow magics, and we will need to be conscious of that. He bends the shadows around him. And I wouldn't be surprised if the others do too.
And the shadows?
Also, I want his fucking cloak.
I want his head.
It's a deal.
I mean, I probably shouldn't say I want his head in front of the person.
No,
Fee's cool.
No, I don't care. You kill him if you want. He's a dick. I mean, listen to that pompous asshole.
All right.
Fee's gonna do a little he's gonna grab like a, I don't know, like a carrot or something off of like a carrot stick, and he's gonna do a little bit of knuckle movement with it, and he's gonna make it dance across his knuckles, and he's gonna flip it around as if it were a knife and stab. He's like, I didn't get this far without learning a thing or two.
Good.
But if all you've got is a carrot, we're fucked.
Yes, no, I agree. I don't really want to just improve somebody's eyesight, you know what I mean?
I'll draw a dagger and jab it into the table in front of him.
Oh man.
And he'll do a thing where like he's got this, they got the long robe thing, and he'll put his hand all the way over the whole thing and make the dagger come up with it, and like so he just sort of absorbed it into a robe. Thank you. This will come in handy.
So you play as much a role in this as you want. We are about to do something stupid, I think.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you're going to do something stupid, I will be completely upfront with you. If I see a chance to get the fuck out of here, I will.
Great. Just leave my knife behind.
Okay, that's
But listen.
You know what? Fuck it. Take the knife if you want. If you can leave it behind, great. If not,
If you
I'll
stick
get
with us after, we'll all go get dinner together.
Oh, well, that sounds good too.
We'll make sure you. Well, I'll make sure you eat
We're gonna get the
if
moon
you
over
stick with us.
Miami.
Oh, moon over Miami. I was also hoping for a super bird and maybe some grand slam and
I'm gonna give me some eggs.
I worked at Denny's for 3 years on the 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. shift.
Woof.
I know that menu backwards and forwards. I
I did some work at Denny's in those hours, but it was mostly while drunk and eating.
I still
Yeah.
have my Denny's coffee
Same.
mug that I stole from there.
Bar.
No, I called it workers' comp because they really kind of stiffed me a couple times.
It wasn't stolen; it was liberated.
Liberated. That's the way to think of it.
Libated.
All right. So he will say.
All right, so we're going to the big house to find the lady and
Well,
have words.
If we cross through the open.
But through the cellars.
Go to the cellars.
Okay, we're going to the. All right. All right. Well, to the kitchen then. My understanding
As
is.
we get up to leave the room,
Yep.
Obi's gonna try to herd all the supplicants by putting lights out again.
All right. This time I'm
This
gonna.
works like a chip. Just poof.
I'm gonna roll 1d20, and if it's over 11, they all sort of keep moving to the south.
They just get the fuck out at that point. Nope.
Nope. I will say half move on that roll. So these, but I'll give you the Benny and move the three most, the three farthest north. They move there, but you still have a couple in the way who are still sort of like eating their moons over Miami.
They don't get those. You only get those after we vanquish evil.
Oh right, okay.
Not evil. After we vanquish competitors.
I see.
Listen, Fia, why don't you lead us to the kitchens?
Okay.
Did we enter through the kitchen?
Yeah, you did. So he will follow with Ben and say, and over here is where I harvested a couple of mushrooms. They were chicken of the woods, and they were quite ripe. And I put them down here in the basement, and I will just show you them right now. Right, Anna? And Anna's like, do whatever you want, fake. And she's just cooking.
What's up, Anna?
Obi will stuff some lights in this room too. Get
Then
Anna to run toward the lights.
Anna's gonna run over to here. Alright, and I will pull Ulfer and Bone Splitter over to here just in case we come back up. Oop, I shut the door on Bone Splitter. Alright, just in case we end up back in this space. But we are going to move over to here. And I will pull your characters on. So we got Ben, Quillen, Bone Splitter, Ulfer, and hopefully his name took. Otherwise I'm going to have to go back and copy him. I'm going to have to copy him.
Then also maybe this is just an image from the map, but it looks like there's a bottle of wine on the top shelf on that on the bottom left part of this room.
There is.
Obi's gonna roll that off the shelf.
Crash!
Obi.
And then he's gonna follow us down the stairs.
Alright. I need to check something here. Good. Alright. I am going to activate this map. If you do not have dark vision, you will see nothing.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure if that's right, because
I turned off global illumination. You're seeing everything in color, but when I click on Quillen, everything goes to black and white.
well, that's good because I should see everything in color. because with Devil's Sight you see normally in darkness.
I see. Ulfer sees in grayscale.
Yeah.
Bone
Okay.
Splitter sees nothing?
Nothing.
Okay.
I see nothing. The goggles do
So
nothing.
it's working correctly.
Okay. Good.
I didn't realize it was that smart about Devil's Sight. That's awesome.
That is really cool. All right. So, you do see a door on the west side, and he says, "Uh-huh, a door." Also, I wasn't lying. These are the mushrooms I found. I don't point them out.
Ooh,
Do you want to take them?
I'd take them 100%.
They're yours. I mean, you earned them.
Perfect. Now, in all transparency, I um have never even been down here other than to put these mushrooms down here, so I don't know where this door goes.
Okay.
It goes west.
So it does. And he moves off in.
Oh, this is a comfy little hallway, isn't it?
It's very snug. There appears to be a door.
No, Fee, I'm perfectly willing to let you do this, but do you want to be in the lead?
No, not even a little bit. You go ahead.
I Bone Splitter, or for one of you big folk, do you want to take first?
I feel like Over needs some action.
Alright, you walk in. Ulfer opened the door, it looks like.
Yep.
And what you see is another larder. There's a door to the west. Now you know because he told you so, and you saw kind of what he was referring to. I will point out just a couple things as reminders because big map and you guys didn't really get to see it. The main manor house was in the southwest of this giant map. The lit up magic place was in the center, and you guys were just in the northeast portion. So, however you track that, looking at this map, not knowing exactly, you wouldn't know unless you had keen mind exactly how far you've gone or moved anyway. So if anybody's got keen mind, let me know. But otherwise, uh, you walk in and there's a ladder going up to the north and a door again to the west, and you're in another larder. This one has much nicer stuff. There are cheese wheels here. There are just shelves of preserves, jams, uh, salsas, butters, finely made things. This is a better stuck larder. Now the one that you were in before wasn't awful, but this looks like setting aside some of the good stuff here.
Oh, it's a whole carafe of chimichurri. My favorite.
There is wine if you want to take a wine, but
I'm going to take some of the jams and salsas.
okay. Yeah, just
In Primordial, if anyone speaks it, Ben says, "No, don't knock that off."
can maybe a jar wiggle for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the top bit.
You leave that there.
As you get a little closer to the ladder, you can see that those of you with true sight and dark vision, or whatever devil sight, can see that the ladder goes up to a hatch. There's a trap door. And then there's also the door to the west.
P, I don't know where we are looking. Are we likely to be near where the boss lady would be?
No, I think we've only headed west. We need to head south in order to get to her.
Well, if you want to take any of this food with you for your journey,
Oh,
seems fair.
And he turns to you and he says, "My name is Fi Xiang. My father was a cobbler. My mother was a seamstress. They still are, to the best of my knowledge. I wished to be a sailor. I have sailed. My dream is to sail again. You seem to want to know secrets.
The best ones are freely given.
Yours to have." And then he just starts shoving his robes full of cheese stuffs and sausages and whatever stuff he can grab.
Is it safe to light a torch in here? I guess maybe I need to whisper it to my buds.
That's up to you.
I think we should light a torch. I think in this situation, shadows are going to be the enemy. Like, even if we've got dark vision, I think we should probably all get lit.
Oh, not a chance.
So yeah, I'm gonna light this torch.
I lit it on you anyway. But that's I can turn it off if you want. But
see what I have. Should I have to? I would also like to carry a lit torch with me.
okay. If you, by the way, I'm doing this right now, but if you right click on your token, there should be several.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
and then
cool.
Toggle torch is left bottom. So.
But Foundry is smart enough that it will know if you have a torch in your inventory, and it will delete one when you light it.
Yep. So just bear that in mind. So next time if you are of the dark vision impaired, that you do need to replenish your torches. So when you go to town, so or get a lantern. So and it also, by the way, count your oil. So
it will.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. It's a really cool little plugin for Foundry. I love it. Okay. Your options are, and Phil we go up this ladder. My guess is we would end up in the received house. We go west. I don't know.
Ben's gonna look at the trapdoor above here. Which way does it open upward? Obviously, yeah, probably would.
Yes, yeah.
Is there any sort of latch or anything? Is there a way that it could be locked from this side?
There is not a mechanism that allows it to be locked from this side.
Mechanism.
If you would like to attempt something, I imagine a multitude of ways could present themselves.
Yeah, I don't really have anything in
I don't know your inventory.
My possession that could do that.
Right.
Yeah. Like I'd love to find some way to like lock it closed, but I don't see any way that I could do that.
Could these
example,
tools be
a piton could be shoved in there and it would very much lock. They wouldn't be able to open it. It would be pennied.
Yeah, I don't have anything like that, but
right.
I might. Let me see. I mean, could I use my thieves tools to like reverse, just like literally mess the lock up inside? So,
well, I don't see a lock.
Not lock. I mean, I should say latch. I
hinges.
guess
You can fuck with the hinges on this side.
Let me see.
I think would be doable.
I do, in fact, have a piton. If we think we can drive it quietly enough, like if I can do it in a way that's not gonna wake up the neighborhood.
I loved the other day when Ed I think it was Esper Genesis did the luck check. So if one of you wants to roll a d6, a 1 is bad luck. If you roll a 1, that means there's somebody standing right above that hatch as you drive the piton in. Otherwise, you can hear above you that people are working and doing kitchen work.
Oh. I'll let you roll it, Ed. Your idea. You go.
Okay.
I'll fuck it up.
Yeah.
Woo!
Piton goes in. You seem to have sealed off the hatch surreptitiously. So
I'm gonna say or whisper in like a stage whisper in Primordial. Good work, to see if anybody reacts. In our group.
Do any of you speak
not
Primordial?
Nope.
I think actually Cove does, but
Yeah, I know Cove does.
okay. All right. That goes by with no notice other than perhaps if I mean you meant for them to hear it. Some quizzical
Yeah.
looks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You all heard Ben say something in a sort of deep guttural tone, but it wasn't
Oh, what the
common.
hell? What'd you say? Was
Just
it your
a
stomach?
just a wish for luck.
All right. Well, you have shut the way up. Locked it shut.
Shut up.
You shut up,
Cool.
Earl. You shut up. But
Hopefully, we don't need to go back. Like we don't have to
well,
retreat
you
quickly.
can yank that piton
Right,
out.
right,
I
right.
think. I mean, it's the people upstairs are gonna
Right,
have a
right.
real rough go because it's just gonna pull the piton harder in, wedge it in harder.
Makes sense.
So, but the door to the west
Do it
is available to you,
harder.
or you can go back the way you came.
I think we go west,
Yeah, let's go west, eh?
All
where
right.
the air is pure.
I am gonna move.
I will
Fee,
investigate the
Fee will
doors
take.
if you'll let me, please.
Yeah, go ahead. I was just
Yeah.
gonna have Fee move out of the way.
Okay.
And Bone Splitter, as you move up with a torch lit, Ben moves away.
Son of a bitch, huh? That's what it is.
Oh,
Just a little distance.
am I picking up on any of this?
I think that is an RP choice, not a roll choice. So if you are picking up on it, you're picking up on it.
Nah,
Yeah,
I
I
feel
think
like my
that's
guy's
fine.
daft enough.
But Ben, when you both lit torches, Ben was keeping a distance.
From a distance,
Oh.
there's disharmony.
You don't want Ben to find. You don't want Bone Splitter to find out that you're a shadow guy while we're about to fight shadow people. So
No, I don't have any problem with that. I don't want to be in direct light.
you don't like being direct light.
If you
It's gonna
think
be tough right now.
now here's the thing about this Donnacam game, by the way, metagame. I just was looking at my notes, and my notes for session 2 were December 8th, 2022. We're on session 7. So, it's been a while. But if you think back on your interactions with Ben, you may have noted he tends to avoid being in the direct light or
He's
finds.
also done some conspicuous shit with Shadow around the group. Like he's made his command over Shadow evident to everyone in this group except Quillen, who's brand new. Like you've
Well,
seen him
and
manipulate Shadow.
Ulfer saw some shit the last session, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, Ulfer
I'm
also
gonna
turned
see
into
if
a
I can
fucking
figure
wolf,
it out.
so, you know, like, people have been revealing
I'm just
things.
gonna hold the torch closer to Ben to see it pull away, just to kind of
Listen,
confirm.
you catch fire, my friend.
Well, it just seems like you don't like the lights.
Well, it's awfully bright right in my face.
Are you the one fucking with all these candles?
No, I may be contributing.
I can't tell. Light, dark. These are shadow guys. You're a shadow guy. I'm just a regular guy. I got an axe.
And I'm going to take advantage of your ex.
I don't like what that means. I don't.
I'm following you here.
I can't believe
All
Tony
right.
didn't say anything about take advantage of your axe. Anyway, so
Yeah.
was it too
Low
easy?
hanging fruit.
Consensually.
Sorry, I moved you over, but you opened that door to the west.
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Almost made a dirty joke about low-hanging fruit. Okay.
Well, it's been really hot lately.
Well, Ulfer, you can see, you know, your typical amount that you can see in the dark. It gets gray and shadowy very quickly outside of the light cast by Quillen and Bonesplitter's torches. But the narrow hallway continues. One thing you do note as you look through the door is this construction now is being newer. The cellars seem
It's newer. Okay.
the cellars seem much older. You also perhaps note stone dust in the air.
Stone dust.
That dry smell of like cave and like rock that's been recently powdered. It's just kind of that dry. If you've ever hung drywall, the way the air just seems slightly obscured and dusty, that's what's going on in here.
Dusty.
Even more so if Dusty hang the drywall.
And Dusty did hang quite a bit of that drywall. Dusty definitely mudded the drywall.
Mm.
Choices.
Ben is gonna walk up to Bone Splitter despite the torch, put a hand on your shoulder, and say, "You and I, Bone Splitter, we share secrets.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
That is not taken lightly.
What did you say?
You and I, we share secrets. That is not
Oh,
taken lightly, and I am here with you.
We share secrets.
I am not. These people pretend they play at shadows. They
Oh,
don't know what they're doing.
they're like saving secrets for later and shit. I don't know about that.
You have nothing to worry from me. I am on your team, not theirs.
All right. Are you fucking with the candles? Are you doing that? Because otherwise, I'm just gonna start punching them until I find out who's doing it.
I'm not, but I was involved.
You were involved. What does that mean?
I didn't do it myself.
Okay. Agree to
I
not
may have-
understand.
I did cause it to happen.
Okay.
I did cause that to happen.
Yeah,
That
one of those
is
magic
some
hands I saw somebody
sweet
use once.
contractual lawyer shit right there. If you
Yeah.
No, I do not use my hands.
if you do that or cause that to happen, or cause others to do that. Okay. I mean, it's a fair point, by the way. Every time I read it, I'm like, wow, that is somebody who really thinks about the fact that there's a shithead out there who's going, I didn't do it. Did you cause it to happen? Maybe. So
No, they had free will.
you have to have that in there. But it sucks that you do. All right. All right. So, Ulfer, are you gonna go into the dark tunnel?
I would, Oprah would ask the others, should we explore this way?
Let's go.
We're burning torchlight over here.
Literally. Y'all coming?
Oh, absolutely. There's nothing for us here.
We're going to the west? The
Oh.
west.
That's curious. My torchlight doesn't work in there.
Ah, good.
Why are you on top of me?
Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
Fee's gonna he's gonna actually tap Bone Splitter on the shoulder as you guys walk. Shut this, do you think? So people don't know we went this way?
Sure. Why don't you come up?
I hope they find us.
Why don't you come up here with me so you're safe?
I sure.
The little mousy guy is like, why don't you come up by me?
And he looks over
No.
Bone Splitter. He goes, I didn't feel unsafe by you, but you know, it's okay.
You were behind, so if someone came from behind us,
well, that's true. I shouldn't be bringing up the rear. You all seem much more capable.
And if
than
Bone
me.
Splitter decided to snap your neck, it would be quick.
And it wouldn't matter if you were in front or behind. Yeah.
Yes, Bone Splitter could snap my neck like a twig. That is true. Also, he has the name Bone Splitter, which is automatically immediately concerning.
More likely to use an axe then.
See, I got this trick where I bring an axe down through the clavicle and see how many ribs I can get.
Holy sh!
We have a running bet.
See, we're telling secrets here.
And at this point he just pulls the scarf down and he's like, "This is I mean, this is kind of exciting. You guys are really great." Well, I mean, uh, uh, thank
Let
you.
me tell you, Bonesplitter, not fucking around.
No, they sort of picked that up. He belches fire. So
Only on the good night.
you get to the door in front of you, Ulfer, and this door is slightly different in that it is stone.
No doors. Give me some real occult shit behind this door. Am I right, guys?
We can hope. Is it locked?
It is.
Someone need to crack that fucker open?
I can try.
I can help you.
I could.
Oh.
You guys use some magic or something? Because I was gonna. I'm not gonna dull my blade on a stone door, but I could try to push it. You know, maybe it slides.
Yeah, let us see if we can unlock it first.
I'm gonna
I will
give it.
give you the help action with thieves'
cool.
tools.
Cool. I will first investigate it to make sure. Hopefully, make sure that.
I can give you the help action on that as well.
Well, yeah.
As proficient in both.
Doesn't appear to.
Shane rolls privately.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you
I only
wish-
like to do it when it's going to ruin the experience for, like, especially insight checks. I can't help, read into what I'm told from, what the role is. Like,
Right.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't care. I don't care how
Who
you
did I
guys
see
roll.
recently? I saw a DM recently or it was a DM or player who asked that their insight, and maybe it was you, asked that their insight be rolled privately so they didn't see it.
That was Shane.
Like,
at least
I
you
did, but I didn't have it. Just
you
kinda
did that in Death House, I think. But
Oh,
yeah,
that, yeah.
I think that's what it was.
But this is a thing that I've been considering. Sorry, just a little bit of outside of game talk again. Mike Shea was like, look, one of the things that we could lose sight of real quick is why we started playing this game. It's great to have all these digital tools. He goes, but I encourage people to roll dice even when they're playing online. He goes, you either trust each other or you don't. And I'm like, the thing is that it does make the game move a little faster when you roll on here. But also, if anybody is watching on stream, they get to see the dice roll. But part of me goes, yeah, I love actually rolling physical dice. And so part of me is like, man. But then we're all sitting here while everybody does math. So,
There was a poll on Reddit about DMs who fudge dice.
Yeah.
And it was like in the 70s of people who admitted that they fudged dice.
Hell yeah, I fudge dice. I'll tell you
Heck
right
yeah.
now. Yep, fudge dice all the time as a DM.
Yep.
And
No.
not almost always to prevent a TPK, but I don't fudge in the other way. There are times I will dial up hit points on a monster as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll do that.
I'll do that. Yeah, for sure.
I've
Or dial down.
I have also dialed down, and I've also at the halfway point reduced the armor class because I'm like, okay, they got the shit beat out of them. Their armor class has gone down because I need to move this along faster. So
the only time I ever had a dial down situation, I let them die, and they just woke up tied up.
I've done that too, and that can be fun. But there's sometimes where you just can look at your players' faces and go, we need to. It's still a game. It still needs to be fun. Yes, it needs to be challenging, but we've exceeded the challenge ratio. So, but anyway, now we're talking. We're having DM talk here. All right. You did a very good job of investigating, and that door appears to just be mundanely locked. You see no signs of a trap. You see no signs of any hidden mechanisms. It is a regular door, locked, but a stout lock.
I will guide myself on this.
And you have the help action.
On this. on this check as well
All right,
to
now
unlock it.
I'm going to take a page from Matthew Mercer, uh, and say, just to remind everybody, when you guide yourself, you are casting a spell, and it is visible to others. So, uh, if you take the time to guide yourself, you guide yourself. And I just like to
Ooh.
say that in case you do that in the middle of a combat. So,
I didn't know y'all were gonna watch. To guide myself. Is there?
Tony,
Did
nothing.
you need some privacy?
Is there a crap? I don't. Is there a tool page to do the tool things?
You're letting
It's
Shandy eat
your
your lunch.
in inventory. If you right next to the name of Thieves Tools, there's a dice. You can click on the symbol for Thieves Tools. If you hover over that, it turns into a d20.
Aha.
Click on that.
And then in the chat, you can see the use Thieves Tool button.
Aha.
A 23. You make it
Plus a
look
D4.
like it was plus a D4. You make
Yeah,
it
that's
look like this thing wasn't locked to begin with. Click. And and it opens.
Okay.
And Ulfer's now in the front again. Ulfer, with your, sorry, Tony, I have a question I haven't asked you. As a shifter who only shifts into a wolf, whose connection to the wolf form, when you are in your human appearance, do you get any benefits to like perception of smell or anything like that?
Ooh. I feel like I do keep the dark vision.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I feel like we might add that as like a level 6 thing that you might gain.
Ooh, that's fun.
We'll tweak something else down to trade for it, but I think that would be
I
fun.
think you've already done that by saying you only shift into wolves.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, you've already limited yourself. So why don't you give yourself proficiency in perception if you don't already have it, and then
That means it's got a check mark, right?
yeah, do you already have it?
I do already have that. Yeah.
Yeah, well then give yourself what is it? What is it with the smell thing with
Expertise?
wolves? Well,
Keen senses.
yeah,
Advantage on.
you get advantage
smell
on
related.
smell checks. So whenever you're smelling, Tony, you'll get advantage on your
If the
perception.
perception is smell related, yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. Let me
Yeah.
see if I can do.
We'll just
Is
add.
there?
We'll add that because you're kind of playing a reskinned shifter to begin with, and I think that by limiting yourself to wolf only, with all the stuff that you're doing, I think that's a great trade. So we'll give you that.
I'm putting it in for special senses right now.
Okay. When the door opens, you are overwhelmed. Everybody else can smell it, but you just have. If you've ever been in a root cellar and somebody has put down root vegetables in the root cellar, the smell is like earthy and deep, but you are like transported like into the root itself. It smells like beets in here.
Smells like compost pile.
It does smell like compost pile. And yet underneath, Tony, now is where I need that advantage perception check I'm going to ask for to know what you can smell.
I smell a smelly smell that smells smelly.
Unfortunately, you smell beets, and it is overwhelming. The amount
We don't know to beat it.
But this whole room is shelves of what's the I only took chemistry in high school. I never took it in college. What's the what's the glassware that's like a ball at the bottom and then it's got a like it's just like Is that a flask? But I don't want it to sound like a drinking flask. It's
Like
the
an alembic or an
No, it's,
Erlenmeyer flask.
is
I
that
think
what
it's
it
just
is?
a
Where it's
like
like
it's just a. It looks like a potion bottle. Like
it's a
that's the thing
sphere at the
that's called
bottom,
a.
and then it's got
Yeah,
a stem at the
I
top.
think it's just a
Erlenmeyer.
round flask.
An Erlenmeyer?
Oh,
That
I
is
didn't know.
a term that is coming to mind.
Okay. It's that
Oh, and
sort of
Erlenmeyer is the one that's like
the
triangular
the
shaped, like conical shaped.
the cone, yeah. This is the
The
ball
the
at the
circular
bottom,
one is a volumetric flask.
a volumetric flask. So
Ah,
that is on shelves lining this basically square room, and it is a lightly glowing purple fluid inside it.
I'm gonna grab one of them.
Okay.
oh wait. Let me wait. Please. Very careful. Please. Very important.
All right, traps. Yeah, okay. Someone trapped the glass bottle. All right, nerd. I'm just kidding. Wouldn't say nerd.
All right, nerd.
Well, close enough. I feel like it's
It does seem
something
like
that's like appropriate.
it does feel a little bit like Revenge of the Nerds here.
Mhm.
Ogre Louis.
Ogre, yeah.
It's important to know what this is. I'd like to cast detect magic, but it's going to take me 10 minutes if we could be patient.
Well, you don't see
think we are
any
in a
ways else other than a ladder up towards another hatch above you.
10
I mean,
minutes. Ah,
if they find us here, we are just going to fight them and kill them. So we've got time.
if they find us here, I'm gonna drink one of those, and then I'm gonna fight them.
That is a interesting.
Purple's
thing.
got to be a good color, right?
It's a
This is
royal.
I can't touch it. It's very important to my people that I look here.
While Q is like incanting, and incanting in Quiverfolk. I don't know, arcane Quiverfolk.
Yeah.
And partly
Whiskerkin.
Whiskerkin. Sorry, Quiverfolk. I don't know where that came. Quiverfolk sounds fun too, though. I might create my own.
That's a whole different people.
Yeah, Whiskerkin. Sorry, I don't know where Quiverfolk came from, but I like it. Uh, uh, while that's going on, what are the rest of you doing in this room?
Just hanging out,
Okay.
listening up above.
Ophir's just going to walk around and check things out and keep his sniffer clear.
Give me a perception check and also a perception check. One of you's listening above, the other one's just checking out everything.
Hopefully, Bones keeping an eye on Fee.
Okay. Ben, you hear bits of conversation above you. You hear um, excited talk about uh, meeting the Whisperer tomorrow.
Did I
And,
rolling one? Sorry.
but you also can smell like the same kind of smells, but uh, and Ulfer, you can smell like rice being cooked and all kinds of savory foods. Like it's like 1 a.m. and people are making dinner. Uh, like this is a full like this, by the way, is a full like kitchen making a big meal. But
I'm
Normal.
going. So I was just looking at the spell, and I don't need to see the space to do this. I'm gonna dismiss Obi
okay,
and resummon him on the other side of the trapdoor.
okay.
Still invisible.
I am gonna get to that in a second because that
Sure.
requires me doing a couple of map moves.
I don't need to see the map. You can describe it.
Okay.
That's totally fine. I'm basically just sending a spy in.
Got it. What you see through his eyes. Wow, I just unlocked a couple doors. Um, what you see through his eyes is a storeroom and in it are all kinds of sacks of grain and rice, and Obi sees a door going west, but more importantly, standing right on top of the hatch that you're under are two. He describes them as female. Um, they appear to be what you have come to know as the supplicants, and one of them has pulled their mask down and says, "I will trade this in tomorrow for a new mask."
So, in the interest of playing fair, Obi just materialized more or less in their spaces. He's invisible,
Mm-hmm.
but that doesn't mean he's not perceptible. You know, whatever you want to do with that.
I'm
but
gonna have you roll
if they're
that
standing
D6.
right above that,
I'm
because
gonna have you roll
if
the
they're
D6.
standing directly above that, I
Yep.
had meant to summon him directly above that.
Okay, give me a D6, but I'm gonna say a 2. Oh, 1 or a 2. You rolled it before I could say it, but I did mean a 1 or a 2. So as she says, "Tomorrow I will wear a different mask," he invisibly apparates in front, and he's like got wings, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the wings tickle both of them, and they both scream, and you can all hear this below as they scream and run out the door.
I'll dismiss him.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Ulfr, you don't find anything looking around the walls. Fee is also going to take a look around.
So, Quillen had those pitons before. I'm gonna see if while he's casting a spell, I'm gonna see about finding one of those on him
Oh, shit.
and trying to lock up this trapdoor.
Okay. Just as...
I don't know if Quill responds to that, but Ben's trying to pull out one of the pitons that he saw you have before. I just don't
Pull out his what?
Don't mind me. I'm going to
My piton.
The piton's been
Excuse
pulled.
me while I whip this out.
All right. The piton, give me yet an... Well, no, there's nobody up there anymore. You scared them out. It's empty in there. You can piton that freely. Quillen, you cast Detect Magic? Oh, did you hand him a piton, or did I miss that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to take it off of you while you're casting without disrupting you.
That's fine.
Quillen finishes casting as Fee finds a secret door.
Oh shit, Fee.
Yeah,
You're phenomenal.
Fee rolled a 26. But Quillen, you cast Detect Magic, and everything in the room, to your eyes, I don't think it glows for everybody else, just your eyes.
Yeah, that's me.
Is now glowing with a magical light.
The
root of this is very familiar to your staple food.
Okay. The can I tell? Pardon me. What flavor of magic this is? Like what school?
Yes. It is divination.
What the fuck? And it's just like a purple juice. Mm-hmm. Okay. Does it feel like this juice? Do I feel like this juice has been extracted from a plant?
Yes.
Okay.
And you are very familiar with the plant.
Are there any of? Oh, so that's I recognize the plant. Okay.
Yes, this is your staple food plant.
Yeah, would be
that has been going corrupt as you grow it.
Right. This would be the. I think what is it? Lumina?
Magilumina.
Magilumina. Okay. Well, I will for sure take some of this.
Okay. How much do you want to take? There are at least 220 bottles of it here.
I mean, I want to say all of it.
Yeah, I don't.
But a reasonable amount might be like 3.
As we discussed in our Vault of the Drow game, I don't know that you'd be able to fit 220 vials into the commercial-sized refrigerator that is a bag of holding. So, uh, the cube we looked up the cubic feet of a bag of holding and came up with the nearest approximation.
Interesting.
But you can take several, at least 5 or 6 easily. And
Oh, well then I will take 6.
okay.
I mean,
What
as
are they?
many.
What's in them?
It's something divination. It's a plant that's quite important to me. Um,
There's a magical juice box.
I don't. I have to be honest. I don't know
Magical
what it would do if you drank one.
Well, I'm gonna
Apart
find
from.
out.
Oh dear God.
Identify could help if you have that to your.
I think I do, but that's another 10 minutes, so we'll have to wait till later. I don't feel like unless you all want me to do that now.
Yeah.
Like if
Bone splitter, if you were to drink one now, it is magical. It could impede your ability to crush some skulls here.
Fee's gonna open
Yeah,
the
but
secret door. Just so
What
you
if
know.
it like makes me stronger or something?
what if it makes you one of them?
Oh yeah, you're right. I don't want to turn into a spider thing, but imagine how strong I'd be. A spider thing with an axe.
What if it makes you impotent?
Ooh, yeah.
That would be a terrible, terrible sight to behold you as an impotent spider thing.
I don't think I can become impotent. I don't think that's
Spider-Man, but,
possible.
you can never
You're right.
I don't
resurrect
think
again.
that's possible. I love Bone Splitter. Anyway.
With magic, anything is possible. Or with Jesus. I don't know. Just a thing I
Are you
heard.
drinking it, Bone Splitter?
I'm not drinking it, but I'm taking as many as I can carry.
You can take 6.
Taking them.
Okay.
I'll take one.
You take 1? Ulfer?
Yep.
You taking any of these?
It seems interesting.
Alright.
Tony, are you sleeping?
Does Fee
No.
know what these are?
Tony, are you taking
Tony, you
any
kinda
of
sleeping?
those vials?
I'm here, but I'm.
Are you taking any of the vials that were identified as magic and divination magic, but otherwise unknown
No.
as to what they do? Okay, Ulfer's taking none.
Ulfer would not. Yeah, no. Ulfer would not be taking any.
Tony, I don't know if you heard this earlier, but they are associated with Vision Quest.
Oh, I did not hear that part.
Yep.
Oh, these are the ones that are associated with Vision Quest?
Correct.
That's what they
Maybe that's what we've been
I'm
told.
gonna pop
Let's
one right now then.
no. Wait. What if your erection doesn't work?
What if it lasts for more than 6
Oh,
hours?
man.
Call your
What if
doctor
you-
immediately.
It's all about blood going into your dong, man. It's not, it's not magic.
All right.
If it's not magic, you're using it wrong.
If you're not mad, if it's not magic, you're with the wrong person.
That's right. Well, what are you taking?
So he would. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna take 2 of them.
Okay. Ulfer takes 2. And
And calls the doctor in the morning.
Q has taken
Yeah.
6. Bone Splitter has taken 6, and Ben has taken 2, I believe.
Just one.
Just 1. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Fee will take none. Fee doesn't want anything to do with it.
I just want to see.
I would like to offer Fee my last javelin. And been like, I'd like to hear another secret. Have you ever killed anyone? Because I think you're about to.
Just only the one time.
Oh, there is a deeper secret there. We will talk more.
Yeah, I'm going to get some remembrance or whatever they were saying earlier on that Google.
Recompense.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
If you get me out of here,
Fee,
I will
can't
tell you
recommend
all the stories. I will tell you all the stories. If you get me out of here into a wonderful tavern, and a place where I can earn some money, you will have all the recompense I can give.
Is recompense a word you heard here a lot?
I mean, this.
Yep, you made it canon.
They all responded to that word in the way I
Oh.
would expect.
No, I noticed
Spoke it into
that
the
as
role.
well. It appears. mean, from what I picked up over what I guess I've been here a day, that secrets are respected and are traded, and it is important for one to balance the other. Secrets are currency, secrets are power.
Well, they're half right.
Well, you can use anything for anything, I suppose. But you guys have a path to the south. You can head back east. Tony, I want to respect Pumpkin time. It's 10:30 your time. Are you okay?
For a little bit.
Okay. Cool. Uh, ooh, I clicked something and I shouldn't have clicked it. Okay. Fee will close the door behind you. You guys have pitoned this hatch as well, so you guys can head south now. And as you head south, you get a little bit down the way, and there's a portcullis.
Look out for the pinball. The last time there was a pinball.
How like is there do we see a way to open the portcullis? If not, can we talk about how big the slots are on the portcullis?
You can squeeze through. You're small, right?
Yeah, and I can squeeze to one size lower without.
Right. So you are able to squeeze through, and the lever is on the other side. So.
Then I will do said squeezing.
All right.
I know it's wholly unnecessary at this point, but Ben would have summoned Obi again with Quillen on the other side just in case.
Okay. And
so Obi remains invisible, except that I think every time he's summoned, there's probably like a little bit of coalescence of shadow.
Yeah. But
even though he remains invisible, but it's probably not wholly unnoticeable.
I would say anybody at this point, given the way you've talked about shadows, your philosophical discussions with Fee, that anybody who wants to be looking around you or near for shoulders can make a perception check to see if they notice the shadow coalescence.
Yeah, and there isn't anything in the spell description about when you do the dismissal or resummon about like componentry.
No, but you just added that, so I'm playing with it.
Still, I imagine there's still like some verbal semantic components at that point.
Yeah, and if you added it, I want to play to it.
Yeah, I don't think it's wholly inconspicuous when Ben summons Obi.
So if anybody wants to, they can. If they don't feel like their character would be looking right now, they don't have to.
I have like a passive persuasion of like persuasion. 9, so passive not oh my gosh.
That's fine.
I was in character not knowing the real word.
That's right.
But it is crystal blue.
The player fucking up words.
It's a crystal blue persuasion. All right. You
walk into a room and people just automatically do what you want.
You get to another portcullis and it's a similar situation.
Honestly, I think Quillen might be the most likely to have noticed.
Yes. Also,
that time,
are you leaving the portcullis up behind you?
I would say no. Let's lower it down. How quickly did it open and close?
Very quick.
Let's close it.
Okay.
We can open it if we need to retreat, but probably we're either going to be dead or kill everyone.
All right, I'll move you all squeezing
I like the way you talk
into this, and with Quillen, you are able to
got
open
a
that.
birdie mouth.
Yeah.
And you come to an abrupt end of the passageway.
Every time Quillen comes into the frame after not being in there, it looks like you're setting something on fire, Paul. It makes me nervous every time.
I know.
Because of the coloration?
Because of the coloration, plus he's got a torch lit, so he's illuminated twice. So
yeah. That doesn't help either.
All right. You get Ulfer as you're moving forward. You get to the end, and it's just a end of the road, man. The Boys to Men are singing, and there's nothing else there.
There's going to be a secret of some kind. We found one to get into here.
I'm gonna try my crystal blue persuasion check again on advantage with my nose.
Yep. With the
And see if
nose.
I'm just smelling around.
Nice.
Okay. Well, you smell.
Double in the 19s.
I'm gonna tell you, like with a double 19. This is what I'm gonna say. Originally, I had said, I'm not originally. I'm not gonna backtrack. The passageway you were in, where I said you noticed it was new, and you could see like the drywall dust in the air, and it's not drywall in there, but like that the stone dust still hanging in the air. When you went into the secret door, this also is new construction, but when you get to the end of the tunnel, when you smelled at the end of this tunnel, you smell there's air coming in from here somewhere, and it's bringing in the smell of decay.
Yummy. I smell death.
Stronger
And
on
rot.
stronger on the east side of the door.
There is no door.
Oh, sorry. End of the wall. You know there's a door.
We haven't found it yet.
You have not.
I'm going to grab both of the statue's boobs and push.
Unfortunately, there's no statue. But you can
Tune in
make
Tokyo. Tune in Tokyo.
you can make a I'm artistically grabbing these stones as if they were boobs and push check.
Okay.
Or otherwise known as investigation. Or perception. Your
I would
choice.
like to do some investigation.
How do I look around? I'm sure we're going to find something.
Man,
Really
I
good
keep dropping
investigation.
the server. Ulfer finds it immediately. Bone split
Ben has a 25 on perception.
Yep. The Ulfer and Ben, I mean, that smell, like as Ulfer looks down, right as he looks down the torchlight, there's something about the way the shadow hits from the light on the corner. Ben is able to see this wall actually slides to the west.
Let me just pull the shadow away so you can get a better look.
The smell of death around you.
And as the door opens, Ulfer, the smell of decay is coming from the east, but the pathway goes from the either direction, west or east.
I think the creepy town we're going to is probably east. It was in the center of the complex. We've been sort of circumnavigating it. If I was to extrapolate from where we have gone, we are probably going east to find the lady.
I am sorry. I am
years.
sorry, Ed. I may have misspoken earlier. I do this all the time. And as an appraiser, it's really bad. I fuck up the directions. The manor is southwest. Sorry. You guys are trying to head southwest. Sorry.
No, I think Ben's wrong.
Oh. Okay.
Like Ben was remembering it, and I was remembering it, and I'm extrapolating that to Ben, as we had sort of gone around the outside of the manor, the big building.
Okay.
So I think Ben's just wrong.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to stick with what Ben said.
But I'm just saying the manor is in the southwest, and that's what Fee would have told you too.
Mm-hmm.
And if I didn't
So
say that originally, I need to make sure you guys are clear that you know
But
that
we
the
went
main
so
manor.
far west and then south.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Ben thinks that we need to go back east to get to where that building was.
Got you.
And that's because I think that's where we would be based on the map. I can be wrong. It's happened before.
What?
Okay. Well, you guys do have a choice. You have death to the east, the smell of decay, and then it is noticeably less present to the west.
Go to the east.
The east is
Let's
pretty
go to that
deathy
smell.
smell.
That's where the action is.
That is a thought. It's also where I think we need to go.
Let's go.
All right.
So is that to the right or to the left?
To the left. I'm sorry, to the right. You're right. You're right. Yep. Sorry.
To the right. To the right.
Now slide. Slide.
Slide.
From the window to the wall.
And I believe you will also reach yet another very conspicuous ending.
Ooh. Can I investigate it for secret doors?
You can, and at this point, you guys are aware that you're in a whole bunch of places that have intentional dead ends with doors. So you can do your investigation. All investigations for secret doors are at advantage right now because
Oh,
you
cool.
know what you're looking for.
I will also tap on the guidance for that.
Okay.
I like that.
That do
Tap
its
it.
thing.
Whoa!
Tap it.
Whoa! All right. Without trouble, Quillen and Ulfer both discover the secret door. Again, it's the same sort of situation, except this time you're actually pulling the door down, and it has little hinges at like latches at the bottom that hold the door, and there's a release near the staircase that Ulfer can see to the north, where you can actually let the secret door actually pop back up.
Groovy.
You are now in a roughly 17 by 23 room with a spiral staircase going up.
Hey, where do these stairs go?
They go up.
Let's investigate this room really well, y'all, before we.
Yeah,
Because
I
this
was
was
just gonna.
the smell of death, yeah.
If my memory of the compound is accurate,
If you want, Ulfer,
we
you
are
can make
below
another
the
perception check.
compound.
Okay. I'm moving
I
you,
will do
Bone
it.
Splitter, over to the room.
Now,
Oh, sorry.
I'm
No,
just
you're
going to
fine.
throw out there. Ben keeps saying we're below the compound. You guys have been told otherwise. You may not absolutely trust Ben in this.
Ulfer,
So we find out
the
that Ben is a
smell
villain.
of decay continues to the east.
Damn.
The,
Continues
the
to the
smell
east, like on the wall.
on the wall. Uh,
Hmm.
for those looking up the staircase, uh, you. I'm trying to remember where you are with that. Where the fuck is that staircase come up? Yeah, 1 second, please. I need to be doing a little look at my mappy map.
Quick, build a building.
No. It's not that bad. I actually spent time like Dungeon Draft lets me do all the layers on top, and so I know where all. I mean, I matched them all, but the map is so big. I'm having a hard time figuring it out. So I have to open it up in Dungeon Draft so I can go layer by layer and look at it. Compare layers. Thank you. Cellar. No, I want to be on the first floor. Cellar. Okay. Compare levels. First floor. Thank you. Okay.
Ooh, excuse me. Big yawn.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No. It's like hours before my bedtime. Just yawning.
Oh. Okay. The staircase goes up to stone in front of you. Like if you walk up that staircase, you get to like no opening. It goes up to a stone ceiling.
Stone ceiling. Okay.
Yep. Forgot I did this.
Well, I'll go look for a secret door there.
Okay.
I don't know. Once again, I'll.
To get advantage. Yep. All right. Never mind. That's fine. That's fine.
And I will put. Let me roll the guidance on that. D4 is a 4-sided thing. Let's see what it does. There. Boom. Found it.
No, unfortunately, you did not. You happen to be searching, and you feel relatively confident that the northeast side does not have a secret door.
Okay. And for what it's worth, I was specifically just looking up the stairs.
Like, oh, you were looking up the stairs. Sorry.
Yeah, that's.
A 13. You see.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's one there. I just may not find the button for it. Yeah,
It's not. No, it's not a secret. You're fairly sure you know what you're looking for, but what you're looking for, you see kind of a series of gears and levers in front of you, but you're not sure what needs to go in what order. And they're very subtle. Like these levers and gears and levers are like in like this carving on the ceiling. But you can see that they're movable, sort of. And I think you recognize that this is potentially a trap. It's a door and a trap. If you get it right, it's a door. If you get it wrong, it's not great.
I will. Yeah, I'll let the others know.
Oh, anyway, so I'm just gonna smash my shoulder into. What were you gonna say?
It's a door up there that has the potential to kill you if done wrong.
Oh. Okay, well. I guess you guys keep on with your investigating and your magical looking and whatever.
Well, you should look as well. It's you might notice something we miss.
I'll start looking around.
Give me an investigation. Add advantage because you guys know there's secret doors everywhere.
Oh.
That -1 is clutch.
Yep.
Wasn't that bad?
Oh,
sweet mother
no.
of trucks.
I should point out you guys do have rerolls. You have 3.
Oh.
You have 3 rerolls. Just so you know.
Can I use a reroll?
Yeah, you go ahead and use a reroll if you want. That's up to you guys.
Are y'all all right with that? I don't want to.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. It seems.
If we run out, you can buy more.
There's always more to have.
I think I reduced the cost so that they're more, accessible. Oh, well, there
okay.
You go.
We'll take that.
All right. With the 25, you find a secret door right here. Which coincides with what Ulfr had smelled to the east.
Okay, then.
Are you guys going to close this door by unhatching or unlatching it so that the door slides back up?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay. I ask because of reasons.
Did Fee take my javelin?
He totally would have taken your javelin if you gave it to him.
All right, I'm gonna remove it.
All right.
He also has my dagger.
I do have a dagger.
He's a thief.
He's got my wand.
He's a first level thief.
And my axe.
1 level rogue and my axe.
Dirty thief.
All right, are you guys gonna continue on? You gonna check out the staircase at all, or what do you want to do?
I'm looking at Ben and Q just because I would have just jammed my elbow into that thing and tried to budge it myself and probably would have died. So also I probably would have drank that potion as well. So
I mean, I was under the impression that we were like.
I'm not opposed to you drinking the potion. I just think maybe not now.
okay, that's fair.
In fact, I'm kind of excited for you to drink the potion. As long
I was
as I
also
can
just
watch.
thinking about like punching a guy and then just forcing him to drink the potion and just seeing what was going to happen. But then, what if he gets superpowers? Now I have to kick his ass. Now he's like a boss or
Right.
something.
That does tend to happen.
All right, Ulfer. As Ulfer looks out, he continues to smell this. It's strengthening scent of rotting corpses, and now he's recognizing it as human corpses.
A
And
little
just
freaky.
Just to be clear, I am explaining this to everyone else what I'm smelling.
Okay.
Anyone happen to have the ability to detect if things are undead or such?
You only like if it's supposed to be dead and it's not. That's a good indicator.
Shane, I may have neglected to say that undead are unknown in Navyshla.
Oh. Never mind.
It's not that does not nerf the power. So if you have that as a class feature or any other kind of feature, you have it. But
I wouldn't know they're like a thing.
Undead is
to be
not a thing in Navyshla. People have no idea that that's a thing.
Okay.
In the table game, we had the first encounter of undead like a month ago, or 2 months ago.
Well, maybe 6 months ago, but
was it really that long ago? Oh my god!
It's been a while.
Oh, okay. I made a. It's whenever I made that thing where there was a mountaintop and I made cloud cover. So I put it in the channel. So that had all ghosts flying out of it. It was the first time ghosts had been seen in Navyshla.
Interesting.
So demons don't exist. Devils don't exist. Ghosts don't exist.
To
undead.
Our knowledge.
To your knowledge. None of those things are real. So, there are stories of things from the shadow. There are stories mostly about things from the Nissi or the Feywild that are the boogie men, the scary stories, the scary myths that are told. All of things about people coming back to life or things seeking life beyond life, not a thing in Navyshla. So
interesting. Okay.
So, all right.
What I was going to say, Paul, is this hallway has exactly the right angle to not let us go through it.
Awful. Okay. This, I believe, is a visible door to you.
I see a door.
And it is openable. You just open it and you walk on through, and you see to the front of you another, obvious stop to a hallway.
Oh, let's keep going.
Okay.
Trying to be perceptive and all the things. I don't know.
I'll move you down, Tony, because I think it'll give you the business.
Yeah.
But Tony, when you get to the bottom, make me your investigation or perception check. The smell of rot and death is now west of you.
Wait. Like Like we went over the smell of rotten death?
It's just slightly. It's just ever so slightly. You're coming clear of it when you move down to this end of the wall.
Oh, that smell.
Oh, that smell.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Smell that smell.
He already made that joke. I said the smell of death around you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I missed it. I should know always that Chris Jones will beat me to a music trivia joke before I get to it. All right. You guys want to look for secret doors where you're at? Do you want to smell that smell?
Sure. I'll look for
can't
secret
forget
doors
that.
if you want to sniff.
I am doing as such,
You're doing the sniff. Do you
but
want
it's not going to help.
Do you want to re-roll, Tony?
Sure, why not? So that's just one more, right?
Ed, what did you do? Or I'm blaming Ed,
What
but it
did I
might have
do?
been somebody else. It was Chris
What are you
Jones.
doing?
He added 30 bits and has cheered a lot. Thanks. I forget that Chris Jones will also cheer a lot. All right.
I was confused. I was suddenly blamed, and I was not at fault this time.
Yes, but I think you are the most likely culprit.
Fair.
Nonsense.
That's prejudice. Jesus. That one produced a 20-sided die. What does that mean?
Hype train.
Oh my God, we're on a hype train?
Mm.
Yeah, we are. Because now I have all kinds of crazy ass shit in my ears. Okay.
All right, y'all. It's time to cheer.
All right.
Someone ride the train. The choo-choo
Ride it.
train.
Let me look at this shit. Quillen, you got a 16 investigation check. And
Got it.
then
Oh,
also
wow.
Ulfer re-rolled and got a 14. I need to subtract a re-roll. You guys are down to one re-roll.
Technically, my investigation check would have been a 19 if I could use guidance.
Okay, that's fine. You can totally use guidance. And I just need to get the re-roll. Down to one. Okay. And Ulfer, the smell is coming. Whoop, no, sorry. Coming from here.
Do you say Ben?
Coming from the other side of this door.
Yeah, and then, well, I don't feel too bad about it because with the 19, Quillen is still able to find that door. So, that room smells much fresher. All of you have been able to smell the decay, but it's really, you guys aren't able to notice a 20-foot difference. But with the keen wolf senses, Ulfer is able to smell that this is about where the smell is coming from. Jesus! Scaring the hell out of me.
Hype train.
Yep, we're hyping. Big old 20 side. That's awesome. And Ed earned a badge. A 1K bits badge.
Ooh.
Ooh. I don't even know what that means.
Since I've cheered 1,000 bits.
Oh, wow. Nice. What do you guys want to do?
Hype train.
We are very much at Tony's Pumpkin time, so I know we've done nothing but dungeon crawl tonight with no encounters. But
That's okay.
I'd like to sniff check this room.
I'm not sure that we're still going in the right way. This is not. I think we've gone too far east now.
give a sniff check over.
In the big room.
Oh, in the big room. Okay. You're going to the big room. Okay.
I smell stairs.
Bob likes a big room.
There are stairs going up. There's absolutely no, you can actually see a tiny bit of faint light coming down from here. You are very aware that you've moved east. In fact, you've moved enough east at this point where you're. If anybody wants to make a survival check, they can give me a sense of where they're at.
Ooh. I'm not trash at that.
All right, Ulfer and Bone Splitter can say with a fair degree of confidence that you've moved as far east as where you began when you went down the first. So you're now directly south almost of where you started.
That's not where we wanted to go.
But you have staircase up here, and you know that the smell of decay is to the west. But you also know that if you're really wanting to get to the manor house, you need to head even farther west.
All right.
We have gone
Keep
far.
going west, I suppose. Yeah. Like, what do y'all think?
But we've been heading east. We're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
I
Let's see where the staircase goes.
Okay.
What do y'all think? I mean, I'm asking the.
Yes.
I'm not going to lead, so at the end of the day, it's whoever is in front.
We could have a peek without going up.
That's what I was just going to ask.
Ask which?
Is there a way to get a peek up there without going up there?
Somebody could stealth it.
I could send a friend.
And I could send my familiar.
I'll be right back, guys.
That.
Keep
That
going.
Seems like a great idea. You should do that.
Go ahead and just do that.
Okay.
But I can't explain because I need to step away for a second.
You should do that. That seems like a great thing for you to do.
Oh, wow. Sorry, guys. I thought we could ramp it a little bit, but I had to quick step away. Who stealthed? Did anybody?
I'm sending my dragonfly. Yeah, my dragonfly familiar is going up.
Okay. Your dragonfly is sorry
for today.
Okay. Your dragonfly goes up the steps and flies up and is in complete darkness with just this little bit of light, this pinpoint of light. As it goes up the steps, the light that's shining onto the step is 25 feet above it. But it can't see the walls anywhere around it that's keeping the light out. And the light is moonlight coming in.
Okay. I'll bring it back.
It can keep flying up towards that if you want, but towards the light, if that's up to you.
Sure. If it can get there in like
dragonfly,
100
not
feet.
a moth.
It continues to fly to the top, and it gets to the end. And once it gets to the top, there's about a 1 foot diameter. Not a trouble for a dragonfly at all to fly up through. Metal container that it looks to be it perches upon, and it's now seeing the compound. Are you looking through its eyes currently, or are you just
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
a
yes,
report?
yes, please.
Okay. It
As
is.
long as within 100 feet. That's
You're within 100 feet. Uh,
yeah.
there's a full moon up above, shining down, and it can see the entirety of the compound. To the northeast, there is a purple glow flashing from the tower in the center. Uh, as it's not so bright that it would reach this, like cast any purple light into this, but as it looks down, it's on like a silo, a metal silo, perhaps. And just north of it is not quite another one, but another tall, 20-foot tall metal container, cylindrical, uh, with what looks to be some sort of pipe coming out of the top of it that is emitting a steam, like a bit plumes of steam.
And from where we are at, we need to go exactly which direction to get to the middle building?
To get to the middle building, you would have to head
Like the
somewhat
one where we saw the portal flashy bits.
northwest, somewhat northwest.
Northwest of here.
Very little northwest, mostly west, but mildly north.
Could be this. Okay. Well, I'll come back and let everyone know. Try to explain as best I can and
Okay.
see what y'all's thoughts are.
All right. I know this is a dreadfully boring place for me to call this, but it is 10 after 11 in Florida. So I do want to be respectful of the time. Not a great, exciting cutoff, like, and then this happens. And if I'd given it some thought, I would have created something. And I will have something that will just start us off with a bang on the next one. But unfortunately, I think just if we start anything now, Tony will not be able to continue, and we're getting into pumpkin time. So,
I'm more worried about tomorrow.
yeah, I know, and also, I mean, just I'm setting up a lot of stuff, but hopefully we'll be able to get you guys.
Sounds good.
Um,
Cool. I appreciate the giant map. It's kind of cool.
Oh my god, this is so big. Um, but I did not think it was like. Anyway, I'll talk about it later. Anyway, thank you for watching tonight. I recognize that it was a bit of a slog through here, but hopefully we've established some stuff, not just about what's going on in White Abbey, but also a little bit about what's going on Navyshla. And I think we're heading into the holidays, so I think we're going into a bit of a break here. I don't think we have any streams planned for a bit. Anybody? Oh no, no, we're not going to stream on Wednesday. So, yeah, no, we don't have anything streaming here on the channel in the foreseeable future. We'll be back in 2024, I think. Oh, just checking myself in my head. Yes.
Alessidra's not here.
What? This is not acceptable.
I just saw your Stream Elements shout out.
Oh, I created.
Here.
Oh my
He's
god!
here.
I wonder if I created that shout out and now Alessidra has forsaken us. Ah! No!
Information.
I don't know what to do with this information either. We have a favorite bot. That bot's name is Alessidra. I actually went digging into that bot when I created that Stream Elements message to see, if it had a fake profile. It does. And
Yeah.
yeah, and I just was like, oh yeah, we're just gonna keep calling out to Alessandra, kind of like Jimmy Kimmel keeps calling out, sorry Matt Damon, we didn't have time for you tonight. We were just every time going to thank Alessandra for showing up for our stream every night, and she didn't come today.
She's not here.
Way to jinx it.
Oh my God, I made Alessandra.
We've lost the bots.
I don't know.
The true story, it wasn't a bot.
What if Alessandra is the Discord message I have?
What if Validra is a person who's been watching us religiously, and the last few streams we've been mocking her?
Yeah, that would be awful.
We're
What
assholes.
happened?
We are
That is what
assholes.
happened.
I'm also wondering if it's the person who personally messaged me. Maybe that's Alessandra.
Yeah.
Because Alessandra, I'm
Maybe.
sure, is following 20 Sides as well.
Maybe they messaged you to say, "Hey, you keep mentioning my username, and why?"
Yeah.
What did I do to you?
You kept showing up in our
Jesus.
games, and I wanted to be appreciative. Alessandra, come back.
You are our most consistent watcher.
Yes, with the possible exception of a lonely girl, and no, probably just a lonely girl. Oh nope, Drapsnat has been here for a long time. Too.
Grabstat's been consistent.
Yep, Drapsnat. I think it was Corey who pointed out a lonely girl.
Yeah.
As the bot who followed us.
Well, no, I questioned it and,
okay.
and to see if it was a real person, and Corey mentioned
Oh, that's
that
right.
a lonely girl also watches his stream.
That's right.
Oh.
So, in any case, Alessandra, we will look for your return.
So how lonely can she be? She's watching all these streams.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's not a lonely girl, and also she's not a lonely girl because she's also a 1-0 only girl. But Alessandra, we miss you.
That's a little
Please come back.
dismissive.
Is it?
I mean, she might still feel lonely.
She might, but I mean, she's also communicated a little bit of binary in there.
That just means two.
It does mean two. So two
That's a tunally girl.
Is it? I mean, 1 is the loneliest number. 2 is not the loneliest number. Anyway, thank you for watching.
It's the loneliest number since the number 1.
Since the number 1, right? Yeah, right.
2 can be as bad as 1.
It can be. Oh,
It can be.
Maybe they're lonely together.
Say, what's more lonely than one person? 2 lonely people.
oh my
right.
God! All the lonely.
Is it
people.
more lonely to be one
I
person on an island, or have another person on an island but you're still lonely?
I feel like there's a country song in there somewhere.
No.
You're thinking of
Mm-mm.
owner of a lonely heart. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was going with.
Oh, we're going with yes.
Much better than
Much better than the owner of a
The owner of a
broken
broken
heart. Right? Yeah. I mean,
Or the owner of a Ford or Chevy.
nice.
Wait.
Oh,
or the owner of any American car.
By the way, if Dodge is paying attention, we're open for any kind of sponsorship because we just shit on Ford and Chevy, so we would be happy to take a Dodge sponsorship here at Roleplay Give. I drive a Dodge. I've loved my Durango for years. Thank you.
Like
very
a rock.
much. That's Chevy.
Shit.
Yeah, way to go, Ed.
Yeah. It's built Durango tough.
I haven't had TV in years. I really don't remember it.
Yeah, I've been away from Detroit for a long time, and this is a terrible question to ask, but isn't Dodge General Motors?
No, Dodge is Chrysler Daimler, which is partially, which is also.
Oh, that's right.
Which is also
They
owned
just
by.
got sold.
They're bought
They
by.
just got sold again.
They're bought by Fiat, and not just. That was 5 years ago. Like
No. Fiat sold them.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. They
Fiat
just got
sold
sold
them?
again.
Fiat sold them.
Yep.
Oh.
I'm
Well-
pretty
What's
sure.
Dodge's catchphrase?
All I'm saying is
What's
I
their
love
thing?
my Dodge.
Dodgy mofos.
I love my Dodge. I love my Dodge.
You can dodge a wrench.
I can.
But you
But you can't dodge a whole Durango.
That's probably actually also true. Hey, until
Dodge this.
we're back in 2024, roll some dice, play some games, and give time or treasure to things that are meaningful for you. Have a good night,
And
y'all.
have
What?
meaningful, important conversations about car slogans.
And
Happy
actually,
holidays.
hey, but also make sure you have some friends you can dick around with online and say dumb shit with. Have a good year.
And designated drivers.
Designated
true.
dumb friends.
Which is why we play online, because we say dumb shit like this because a lot of us are drinking alcohol.
What?
And don't have to drive
No.
afterwards.
No.
And if you're lucky, Paul will leave this stream on accidentally, and you'll catch all of our bullshit conversation.
Jesus.
Nope,
God,
I'm hitting
no.
stop
All right.
streaming right now. Good night.